because my mind. Don't tell a person how to heal. Never tell a person how to heal. Don't tell a person how to heal. Never tell a person how to heal. Put you in my shoes real quick. Imagine all your kids in another state. It really put me in another state. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure they mothers hate. But please excuse me for my puzzle face. I got guys counting on me, but they gotta wait. Because my mind.
Let's get it. Good morning, family. Good morning, family. Y'all over here with Talk That Shit podcast. Talk That Motherfucking Shit podcast, y'all. We're going to get into Wack 100 rat ass, y'all. We're going to get into Wack 100 rat ass, y'all. Even the Power Rules is tired of his ass. They got the real ones talking now, y'all. They got the real ones talking. The ones that if Wack fuck around and hit that penitentiary, shit might get ugly for him, y'all. If Wack hit that penitentiary, it might just get ugly for him, y'all.
And first of all, you already know, first and foremost, we ain't trying to start nothing. We ain't on all that trying to have people beefing with each other, all that. That's not what's going on. This right here is important. All the out of town homies and all the everybody that's blood tap in. GM.
Oh, no. So we got never.
Look, check it out. This how this really go. People been writing and saying this. Hey, what's up with how y'all look at out of town homies that's bloods? Me and the who's, we real homies. We real bloods. We structured down. We know what's going on. We know it's homies. You know what I'm saying? It's good. We not with all that how, look, and this for all the people. Everybody need to know this. No disrespect to Wack, but how Wack, what I just seen, what you just showed me, you know what's going on. From what I just seen and how you get at other homies, that's not what we doing this way. We figure out facking and stamping shit like this. If you bad people, you bad people. But you can't just say, like, you can't just go around telling people they bad people because, oh, they on this side of the fence with these other people that, oh, I don't mess with him and he associated with them people, so they.
Pay attention, family. We got to pay attention, family. We got to pay attention, man. We need a lot of real ones on this internet, man. We need a lot of real ones, man, that can really see past feelings, man. Pay attention, man.
This how this really go. People been writing and saying this. Hey, what's up with how y'all look at out of town homies that's bloods? Me and the who's, we real homies. We real bloods. We structured down. We know what's going on. We know it's homies. You know what I'm saying? It's good. We not with all that how, look, and this for all the people. Everybody need to know this. No disrespect to Wack, but how Wack, what I just seen, what you just showed me, you know what's going on. From what I just seen and how you get at other homies, that's not what we doing this way. We figure out facking and stamping shit like this. If you bad people, you bad people. But you can't just say, like, you can't just go around telling people they bad people because, oh, they on this side of the fence with these other people that, oh, I don't mess with him and he associated with them people, so they bad people. That's not how good and bad go. And you can't stamp homies, out of town homies, because that shit's serious. You can't stamp homies and tell homies that ain't good, they ain't blood, and it is, and all this and this, that. This is for gang shit. Like, some people take this serious. And if it ain't you, this ain't for you. You get what I'm saying? Me and bro sitting here trying to figure out how.
Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a
Oh,
way bigger
that's a
check
better way.
without having to go to court or pay expensive upfront legal fees.
How the homie saying, hey, we don't see how Wack and them, you know, it's because, and I'm only saying Wack because he on the internet and he had like the little, like the, not the face, but like he was like a gang of influence. People used to tap in from out of town and get up on him. I respect it. It's nothing wrong with it. You can still do your thing. That's not, we not on no good and bad shit. All we saying is this. Our program in Cali down here, how we run it, we run it the right way for sure. Don't get it messed up. Don't get it twisted that, oh, they playing favoritism down there. Don't get it twisted that, oh, they ain't really doing this and that. Oh, they got, because how it was told to me, and this shit is big, how it was told to me, and we speak on this shit because when it's some big shit, it gotta get spoke on. Listen, for instance, my New York people, I'm tapped in with New York. Shout out to my New York people, man. We're just in the projects out there. They show me much love. All the people, man, on everything. We're just showing there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the New York people. Shout out to them projects. Shout out to them bloods out there. And there's some Crip partners out there, you know what I'm talking about? It's on though. But again, people who I'm talking about, they ask me, hey, big dog. That's how they ask me. Hey, big dog. Hey, what's up with the situation with woo? How you feel about why you ain't never touched bases on how he get at the homies out here this way? I'm like, you know what? Just because it's real, I may acknowledge the situation on the game. You can't be a person to where, because they ask questions like, hey, is it true? Can he X, Y, and Z go over there? I'm like, me personally, I don't know. I thought he was good with going over there. I thought Wack was good with going over there to his hood, which he don't care. Wack, we all know you don't give a fuck about going to your hood. You gonna say, man, I got the money, fuck that hood. All you see is green. Respectable. I respect it. But what they don't respect is, and they tapping in, they like, hey, why is it only? And I'm like, nah, Wack be posting homies, and he put homies on. They like, man, he only. I'm like, damn, I can't even ignore it no more. Especially when the homies from out of state tapping in, especially when they tapping in on bro. They tapping in, talking about some, hey, how y'all ignoring the fact that Wack telling the homies that we ain't good and this person ain't good and this person ain't good. And I'm like, damn, if he's saying that, I thought Wack know he's the exposure. I thought he know who for sure good and who bad. But then they bring up how he sit down with 6ix9ine. What I said was this. I said they said how he sit down with 6ix9ine, and he's saying that the other ones ain't good in New York, and he told, and 6ix9ine the one that told on the whole operation. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I'm sitting on the phone getting interrogated by a gang of other homies for another person. I'm not finna do that. On Bloods. I'm sitting on the phone getting interrogated by 3-4 homies over somebody else that
like button.
Wax straight shit. We don't. I don't.
Good morning, family.
Yeah, we don't even deal with him, and y'all interrogating me and bro. Yeah, on Bloods, like we ain't. Yeah, on Lane. Yeah, they on him about going over there. Yeah, on Bloods, Wack. Look. On Lanes. The homie getting dressed. The homie just got out the water. We all thugging on Blood. It's on again, trying to get. Listen. Because y'all wanna sit here and interrogate us and talking about some, oh, y'all talking about. So I'm like, Blood. For the out of town homies on Lanes, y'all see what's really going on. I'm not taking nothing from nobody else. What we saying is y'all know what's going on. If y'all, yeah, the out of town homies, when y'all tap in.
The street jail made me think maybe jail made me change. I used to think out of town niggas too.
When you in jail, it's just all
Yeah, out of town homies is dope. It's some homies out there that's dope. And shout out to the out of town homies. That's who's Hoosers on Bloods, good people. It's dead homies. We were just in the projects. They stay sign us out. The OT homies the one that love us the most. Listen, if you come to LA, if you come to Cali, if you out here, if you want to tap in, you know what I'm saying, you gotta go through the who's on lanes. We gonna tap you in on the peoples like us. Not no jail, not no people in jail, just the members though, on Blood. Y'all know we tapped in with the members. Dead homies. Don't try to just make it seem like, oh, they in jail, they ain't tapping. Dead homies, you see what's going on. Damo, when you come, if you want to tap in Cali, GM, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Tap in, you know what I'm saying? We're going to tell you what's really going on L's. We're going to link you in with the peoples. If you're supposed to be linked in. If you're not supposed to be linked in, you're not just going to be linked in. You might come out here and get booked. GM. Yeah. Shit like that.
Checking your credentials.
If you a good peoples, if you a real homie, Damo, if you checks out good, you know what I'm saying? No matter.
On Paru, on four of them. These niggas out of control with this shit. These grown ass men, man. This is the most comical shit I ever seen in a day in my life. This is why I say today's real in society is going down the drain.
What you want if you check out good if you're a real homie, or even if you a member, even if you a dope keyway, if you a member and you trying to do businesses on, tap in Caddy, GM, tap in on the who's. We gonna tell you who the people was really good. Blood, that'll be your best move to tap in on the who's. On L's. All that we gonna tap in on members like us. If you like members like how motherfuckers rocking all that, yeah, tap in.
Yeah, he's good people, man. Watch out for him.
In the hood.
Through Rula, it's easier to connect with a therapist who specializes in you. Tell us what's important and we'll provide a cure.
But this what this was about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We trying to figure out why y'all debating with us, telling us all y'all play favoritism, y'all let him XYZ. Wack is Wack. He got his own shit. He fuck with J Hood. He fuck with people like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He fuck with C-Star and them not. He like boo with them. That's they people. So when y'all attacking people about California, y'all go attack them. Don't attack us about him because he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't dealing with us. And then
You biting your tongue, little man. You biting your tongue, little man. Little man, you biting your tongue, man. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't respect that shit. This is exactly why I don't respect that shit. Because as a man, you know, I mean, how is you addressing a situation, but then you still biting your tongue, my brother? No, say what you gotta say. You doing too much stuttering. We trying to figure out, yeah. We know what Wack or rap. We know he a bitch ass nigga. We know he soft. We know he ain't no good. That's why your people setting you up. This is exactly why you getting the phone call you getting, because y'all sugarcoating shit, brother. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no way. It's no way.
Watch out for him.
in the hood. But this was about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gonna be doing too much stuttering, y'all.
We trying to figure out why y'all debating with us, telling us all y'all play favoritism, y'all let him XYZ. Wack is Wack. He got his own shit. He fuck with J Hood. He fuck with people like, you know what I'm saying? He fuck with C-Star and them not. He like boo with them. That's they people. So when y'all attacking people about California, y'all go attack them. Don't attack us about him because he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't dealing with us. And then another thing, we just putting it all on the table, real shit. Cause the homies is breathing. They talking about some.
Yo, and I appreciate the two people that did go to my TikTok and follow me. I appreciate y'all so much.
Why? Listen, it be shit written down on lanes. Listen. DLB, look. They ask this question. They talking about can he go to his hood? Is Wack really?
Homie in the background hollering, yes. Come on, put the homie on the screen, man. Little bro ain't keeping it a trillion. He ain't keeping it a trillion, y'all. Oh, mommy, he ain't keeping it a trillion. The nigga half fashion it right now.
Really a power room that God say so.
Big Debo said, hell
I'm
no.
I'm on lanes. This is shit that they write down. Look.
Big Debo said, hell no. Wack is not good, y'all. Wack is not good. I'm mad as hell, little Brody, the one that's doing it. The little introduction, and not Big Debo, for real, because he sugarcoated the whole thing. This is why they hitting you up, little bro. Don't fuck around and get yourself twisted up, but still sugarcoating shit.
Look, on 109th Street Riders, this is
on forward them.
Shit that they ask me questions. Look, he mad out at us out of towners, but he fuck with 6ix9ine. On 109th Street Riders, it said right here, but he fuck with. I'm seeing everything they say. I just write down, and I'm like blood on.
Okay, well, answer. You got to answer though. This is what is a question. They ask you these questions, then you showing the questions. I hope before this shit over, you definitely answer it, because yet you answered it. You answered. We want to know how you feel. Duh, stupid. That's why you got the fucking messages. We need to know how the fuck you feel about the fact that Wack is running around displaying the behavior he's displaying. So what? I'm confused, man. That's why I respect them niggas, man. Respectfully, man. And I respect men. So what I mean by that is, it's some men that definitely stand ground behind whatever they believe in, whether it's Blood, Crip, Paru, Disciple, Muslim, what is it? 72 Trey. It's a couple of them out there, man. Regardless of what they might claim, there's some of them that stand behind man. Like, I'm a man before anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of them. Like, you see what on the big homie behind him said. Yeah, that nigga ain't good. Guess what, y'all? We need more people like that. Lil Brody was sugarcoating. I wish the big homie was on the screen. But look, listen to this. He's saying his people contact him with questions, right? But he have to answer these questions, man, because if not, we gonna figure it out. Watch this.
On 109th Street Riders, it said right here, but he fuck with. I'm seeing everything they say. I just write down, and I'm like blood on lanes. I'm gonna speak on it. He say, listen to this, man. Okay. If you ain't got no work on you, if you one of the homies, man, none of this shit matters, man. Tap in. When you tap in on the who's dead homies, we gonna tap you in on the right people. Whatever you're trying to do, especially it's about getting money. If you ain't talking.
Okay, we still want to know about the questions, bro. Remember, bro, this is why they hit you up. They hit you up for the purpose of you not addressing the things that he doing, bro. How the fuck is you that fucking stupid, retarded, dumb? Why the fuck would you even show us you wrote down the questions they asked you, but you never answered them? You how about none of it never matter if you're a real one? No, they want to know how you feel about how Wack is moving, stupid. I mean, these motherfuckers be pissing me off, man.
Talk about getting no money, man. Don't tap in on the who's, man. If you ain't talk about making nothing happen, man, tap in on some other people's. On L's, man, it's the who's, man. It's going crazy today. Me and bro sitting right here. L's just reading shit, trying to figure out why do people send all this shit about Wack, man.
Yeah, all this weird shit. Come on, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
They don't even read this shit, man.
Real shit though, like
it's real shit.
It's
Come on, big homie. Come in the camera one time. Get little bro out of there. He giving you the floor. He got out the camera for a reason. Giving you the floor. We need the big homie to come in the floor. You know why? Because it sounds like he actually more non-biased about it. It's like, nigga, I'll stand behind business. You feel me? I ain't new to this. I'm true to this type shit. Like, you feel me?
Is how you feel about the out of town homies?
Okay, here go the big homie, y'all. Let the big homie speak. Listen, little bro, we heard you already. Let the big homie speak one time. Now, this is important, y'all, because the whole time he been talking nothing but fact. And he said that people saying that it's crazy that 6'9" Wack 100 running around with 6'9", but then got something to say about New York. The big homie was in the background, was like, shit, that's what rats do. So yeah, hold on, let's see what the big homie say, y'all.
Tapping in on blood and blood. They
Pay attention, please hit the subscribe button. Good morning, family. We love you over here.
say he just spazzing out on them, telling them that they.
Oh yeah, and family, I got put on the game. I got put on to game, family. I never knew this. Again, y'all know I'm new to this shit. Y'all know I'm new to this shit. So look, y'all, I got put on the game. Motherfucker put me on. They say, yo, when you going live about somebody specifically, and if you literally don't give a fuck about them mic sliding on you, you have to send them you gotta tag them or go under they post, one of they posts, and put in there, put the link in there, and then maybe say whatever I'm gonna say. I didn't know that. This is why people getting people to come up here. I didn't know that, family. So look, again, now I know that. So we gonna go ahead next time. We're gonna go ahead and send them a link when we going live. Yeah, because I want to know, like, I want to ask Lil Brody, like, is you being biased about the Wack situation? Because the people want to know, and you still never answer the question. This is the reason why people, the homies calling into you. You feel me? On following them. So at some point, you gotta have an understanding. You gotta stand solid behind what you say you believe in. You feel me? And you got on here and you ain't say much. So look, next time we go live, we're gonna go ahead and send Brody some type of something to allow him to know that this what type time we on. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing over here. Let's see what the big homie talking about, family.
Tell them that on Paul, you ain't good, nigga. I'm gonna expose you. But it's like, no. But let's tell Wack.
No, bro. Hold up. He said, let's tell Wack. Hold on, y'all. Let's see what he about to say. I know I was about to go in on him, but let us see, because he said, let's tell Wack. Why you keep cutting the big homie off? But let's see what you about to say. Hold on.
This on Bloods. If he a fuck nigga and he did something wrong, expose him. We not doing that extortion shit or whatever it's called. We not doing that. Oh, I'ma hold this. No, on Bloods, you a Zark. On Blood Gang, if I get your shit and your Zark is bad for GM, I don't.
Okay, so is Wack a Zark? That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't wait. Watch this. Y'all right now, y'all looking like, man, this nigga crazy. I promise you. Oh yeah, listen, family, go over there to the Realer 716, man. Y'all see what type of work I do. I promise you, we will have them. Him right here, little bro. We gonna have little bro. Look, you see little bro?
I don't give a fuck about nothing.
See little bro? Y'all see little bro? I'm gonna get y'all clear. We gonna have him at least say something about how we moving. Watch, y'all. This shit gonna fuck y'all head up. Y'all gonna be like, damn, that's crazy. I remember it was only 2 viewers in here. It was only 7 viewers in here. It was only 8 viewers in here. And then before this shit over, it's gonna be 8 bands in this bitch. Why? Because we gonna get little Brody to definitely, cause look, I'm gonna tell y'all why, right? Because if y'all didn't know, y'all ran across a page that stand behind principle. There's no way possible that you come up here and show us. See, this is why I say niggas is so stupid and retarded. These niggas is kids in real life. I'll tell you why, right? There's no way possible you show us personally that people, the homies, let's be clear on following them, the homies hit you up. Who that on mommy. So look, there's no way possible you never addressed the questions you showed us that the homies have for you, bro. That shit don't even make sense. We're gonna figure it out, though. Watch how, before it's all done and over with, y'all might as well start commenting. Good morning. Start commenting, because I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna be the face of it, and this is gonna be the start. Matter of fact, the first couple people that really lock in, they're gonna be the mods. Watch.
If you're bad peoples, no money in the world gonna make you good peoples. Damo. If you bad peoples, no money in the world gonna make you good peoples. Period. When you come this way, 109th Street Road of Cali, this shit serious, nigga. These niggas just try to press us. Listen, when you come to Cali on the hood, nigga, if you want to tap in any out of state homie, any homie countries, any crib that's dope, if you trying to tap in on homies, get features, anything that's cracking from Cali, dead homies, listen, but only if they members we can get you tapped in it. If they real gang, we can get you tapped in with them because we know gang. But if they one of these acting ass weirdos, we probably can't get you tapped in him because he's acting like he Cali and he a nigga.
Got to be see someone we done did for niggas.
Listen, it's on. My boy, we tap in. It's on, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's on the flow. Everything go crazy. You know what I'm talking about?
Little bro, respectfully. Respectfully, little bro, I just want to say this. There's no way possible. I said no way possible. You got up on your platform and showed us that the people had questions and you never answered. But we're going to let you continue.
All out of town homies should be tapped in. I'm about to send the sweaters. We sending the shirts out there just because.
Tell us why, because at this point, shit, it will bring you some conversary. It will bring you some conversary. It will bring you some conversary. Okay, I see what he's doing, y'all. He's smart as hell.
For sure, y'all just tapped in and did that. Dead.
He said for sure, for sure. I said he's smart as hell. That nigga said for sure, for sure. This shit crazy, man.
Homies, and how y'all just pressed me and how me and bro just made the thing. We sending the hats out there, man. We sending the sweaters to all the states, all the homies, man. Buy them up, go crazy, man. It's the.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. You ain't never answered not one question the homies ask you. First of all, on Pyro, who that? No, never who that. Never who that. So now I'm just being clear, y'all. Oh yeah, we gotta talk to Lil Brody, and we will. Watch.
Who's GM.
Watch.
And we about to blow it down. Damo. Right after this, we about to yank. They be hating on it. Say hate. Hey man, tapping on the who's. Dead homies, it's going crazy. Hey, first of all, for real. This is a Figaro fact, nigga. This time we get on here on L's, we not arguing with nobody. We not about to get on here yelling on lanes. We really about to we gonna holler right now because we gonna keep it real. Because on last night before Wack bounced on the live, I guess he dropped the video. We didn't know, you know what I'm saying? We don't be watching all the, you know what I'm saying? So when he jump on live, me being faded and all that, I'm chilling, laughing, blowing down, like, get into it, bro, whatever. It ain't all register what's going on because it was simple as this. He making it big. It ain't nothing to us. We said it was simple as this. It was simple as the little homie just said, do the homies be out there tripping like blood? Nigga, he really called him weird. He like weird blood. So I'm like, what you mean? He like, nigga, he be acting like. So I'm like, nah, blood. I waved that off. So when I got on live, all we was really, I mean, when we made the video, all we was really doing is like that, and we like, nigga, for real. But now I'm gonna keep it real. You got on there. This is this on Blood Gang, and this is what I'm gonna say. Damo.
He be fabricating because he act like he didn't know who a nigga was on the phone.
I'm bad, family. I'm sorry.
Hey man, tapping on the who's. Dead homies, it's going crazy. Hey, first of all, for real. This is Figaro fact, nigga. this time we get on here on L's, we not arguing with nobody. We not about to get on here yelling on lanes. We really about to we gonna holler right now because we gonna keep it real. Because on Jesus Christ, last night before Wack bounced on the live, I guess he dropped the video. We didn't know, you know what I'm saying? We don't be watching all the, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you sugarcoat anything right now, man, we're gonna go ahead and cut you off. We wanna hear from the big homie.
So when he jump on live, me being faded and all that, I'm chilling, laughing, blowing down, like, get into it, bro, whatever. It ain't all register what's going on because it was simple as this. He making it big. It ain't nothing to us. We said it was simple as this. It was simple as the little homie just said, do the homies be out there tripping like blood? Nigga, he really called him weird. He like weird blood. So I'm like, what you mean? He like, nigga, he be acting like. So I'm like, nah, blood. I waved that off. So when I got on live, all we was really, I mean, when we made the video, all we was really doing is like that, and we like, nigga, for real. But now I'm gonna keep it real. You got on there. This is this on Blood Gang, and this is what I'm gonna say, Damo.
He be fabricating because he act like he didn't know who a nigga was on the phone.
Yeah,
and then already had conversations with you.
Yeah, for one.
So,
dead homies.
So you already got on there lying. There was no reason why you even got on there even looking for me, because they don't even care about you. You ain't really nobody.
He's saying that we clear this up first about the motion. We got the motion. We not worried.
Pause. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all just like this, man. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, man. I feel like what's going on here is these young brothers just trying to get some courtesy, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Content.
Worried about nothing what you talking about. First, that's that on L's.
Because not one time they said fuck that nigga unless they about to. Now listen, y'all, we watching this shit together. I'm just reacting to it, shit. And he might say some shit that I'll be like, stand up. You feel me?
We look, keep it 109th Street without no beef. We don't want no beef with you because it ain't gonna go nowhere. On lanes, the big homies out there beefing with you, and it's some other shit like if they can't catch you, they on the streets. Why we gonna beef with you? We don't want no beef with you. You talk about taking the shit or whatever jank shit you do.
Announced you was snitching on us.
Yeah, that ain't RITES, blood.
Any form of nigga going to the police or this YouTube thing, telling I'm gonna go get your page snatched, you basically telling people.
Lil bro, shut the fuck up. Damn. Shut the fuck up, man. This nigga trying to piss me the fuck off. Shut the fuck up. Damn, man. Let the homie speak. He the only one that you still eating around the bush. You talking about you don't want no beef. The big homie like, fuck that nigga.
We don't even post blood. We don't post about you. Said we say your name on lanes. That's on
I don't
Jesus
even like to
Christ.
go back and forth with nobody, so they tell it.
For real. On everything I love, blood. Everybody that I know, not one person. Real shit, blood. What they tell us, they say do not
mess with him because he will tell.
They said no. They ain't whatever they told
that
you.
This YouTube stuff like this. Yeah, he threatened to get your page snatched and all this type of stuff like that.
No, they told me this. They said this is what I mean by when I say what they tell you. That's on Jesus Christ. Every last person that know us, every who's who'ser, everybody that we know on everything I love, say do not tie yourself to Wack, period. For you to get on here and say we trying to do that or we worried about you, that's not what's going on, fool. And we not about to beef with you or do all this extra yelling and shit. When you get on the shit, I don't yell with nobody. I'm not about to argue with no nigga. You know what I'm saying? You all this saying time shit and all that shit now all of a sudden. But when everybody be talking about free this, that, now all of a sudden when somebody say something to somebody first, the real shit start coming out. That's why a motherfucker don't deal with a motherfucker on L. We didn't say we wanted to deal with nobody. We don't associate ourselves with shit.
You come out the woodworks because you was trying to get a hold of the trend, but you know the young homies don't do no fraternizing with you, so you got to go jump to the other side of the ship and try to make it seem like you the big homie to the Crips when they don't know nothing about you. But we know ain't nothing good with you. Everybody in your generation, from older homies, good older homies, say you ain't good business. You tried to call up here to the joint owners with folks. And we ain't gonna say
no. Be real, like what? Because I don't want blood to be on.
No, bro, shut the fuck up. God damn, no, like for real, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, weird shit talking about niggas. All this disrespect, even though he just disrespected niggas.
I didn't even say nothing about it.
Crazy.
I didn't even call him out his name yet.
We heard the video. Like, this is the real that's going on with no weird shit. You can't be mad at us. That's going on.
Oh, mommy, the nigga ain't letting the homie talk, man. And I ain't even liking that the homie ain't letting the homie ain't telling nigga like, yo, hold on, let me get this one. Nigga Wack playing games, you feel me? And I'm gonna say the shit you ain't gonna say.
Going on, I swear to God.
Big Debo said you can't even come to Bompton.
Yeah,
have you been to Bompton yet?
Big
Debo said you gotta tap in and check in. What about that?
I'm talking about whatever he said. He said he gonna call up here and get
a nigga a package.
A package, get a nigga something to happen.
If you can give a nigga a package to do something to somebody, you a good nigga.
But because
you ain't nobody. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing for you.
Yeah, all I'm saying is this, man. That's on Westside Lanes. I'm not going back and forth with you, none of that shit.
This the last time you hear about me to him, because I don't even like, because I know you telling him.
Yeah, because look, when somebody start yelling, when you start calling people names off dribble for nothing, them the people that I don't argue with nothing. You talking about some nigga time shit, yeah.
I remember you talking to somebody and they do the most to try to yell and talk over you, they hide something.
You see, I'm not gonna yell, no, I'm doing all right. Look, I'm doing all this with everybody because that's not what I'm on. Jesus Christ. In your face, I'm on something else. All that first, now all of a sudden niggas sound like the judge. When somebody say something about somebody's time, you sound like the police, dead homies. That's some police shit. Because you always talking about free somebody, and I'm always in the next motherfucking mouth. Damo, we never, ever, ever, again, we never, ever, ever wanted nothing from you. I'm gonna keep it 109th Street just because you got the video still up, Damo. Even though I'm not about
on following up
to go back and forth with you with this weird shit going on. Look, when it first happened with 4 Extra on Jesus Christ, this is how the shit happened. This is how Wack name came up. Period. We gonna keep it 100. When it first happened with 4 Extra, whatever going on, my deuce hit me and said, "Hey, Wack trying to holler at you. My deuce is the homie. That's who you always that's."
Shout out to Big My Deuce. That's the big homie.
So you always mention all that shit on lanes. So I asked my deuce, Wack, oh yeah, he trying to get at me. This one, the shit first was going on. Damo, he FaceTimed me with
on Pyru, never. Who that? Never who that. Nigga, you know what time it is, man. On mommy. Listen, the homie ain't saying what he supposed to be saying, y'all. He sugarcoating it, man. Just say Wack a bitch, he a fraud. He a whole ass nigga. It is what it is. Fuck that nigga, man. On mommy, nigga. On Pyru. What the fuck? I'm confused.
With you on the shit. I tell you, yeah, I'm on 4 Extra. I'm telling you I'm on 4 Extra. I find out you telling me, oh yeah, but you know, Brick Baby, really the bad peoples. I'm like, yeah, Brick Baby was right there when Crip Mac got down with all the peoples who do. I'm being real. I'm telling you what's up. What I'm on. This shit is nothing secretive. This is regular to me. I'm telling you when I'm on about the page and how it's all going crazy. Don't blood you like who?
What'd he say? Ain't nothing secretive. Man, we ain't doing no secret cars, no nothing. Nigga, you just file that nigga file.
Damn, look on Bloods, how the page, what's going crazy on the page. I don't know that the whole time you know 4 Extra, you with for it. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not watching this shit. I'm being real without all this weird ass dumb shit going on. All this trying to about to do all this extra shit. Listen, so tap me in with you. I tell you, hey, yeah, I'm Bay Braids though. What do you like? Yeah, I heard about you. What do so that was that regular. Boom. Nothing else happened. I said what the fuck I said a minute ago on YouTube. I said, they talking about the background, whatever that was regular. This type of stuff means nothing to me. This is not nothing important to me. So when I said yesterday, hey, yeah, anybody want to come out here, Wack? Don't. I didn't think that was really something that hurt you that much to where you know what I'm saying? You doing all this. Like you said, you ain't worried about nothing but property. So why you worried about us talking about some? You can come out here then, Damo. If you know what I'm saying? That's that. You talking about you got somebody paperwork, Wack? I never gave a name. So who paperwork do you got? You call my silly Debo. This not Debo. We're talking about Debo is the older homie that I guess.
Oh, the homie that's guy, he know who Debo is.
Yeah.
He know Brompton Debo. See the blood, you know what's going on.
And you said you only come to buy shit. That's good.
Can't you tap in, shake in, then he tell you tap in, right? Ain't you an older Pyro figure too, right? P-Funk? I ain't heard you tap in and none of that yet. I don't know. But I don't think you did because you ain't looking like you did on the real because you ain't nobody respects you. And you talking about, I want to know who's snitching because nigga people's all on my line. Talking about,
yeah, that's not cool. You calling a homie a snitch if you call him. Yeah, that's making shit up, bro. That's shit real. We keeping shit real.
Man, I've been stick slip. A nigga know me in the streets. So
man, we keeping it real about the whole shit. Niggas not smutting blood and said we saying what's really going on.
Exactly.
With blood. We saying exactly what's going on. With you, this is what's on the internet.
This was really going on. He was getting into it with when she be at the and all these other dudes was getting into it at the No Jumper. And it's like if you was really with that, and if you part of the fake news shit too, because you was getting into it with these people and you didn't flinch a muscle. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are like No Jumper. You didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have these so-called young people that's riding with you out there come tap in and do nothing. You just supposed to take over the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? You got the people talking bad to you, bad about you, calling you this, calling you that.
300 years, on, man. Doing all this. He been doing on the youth doing all this shit for 20 years. He's supposed to have a gang of shit cracking on Damo. We not comparing nothing to none of that shit. We don't give a fuck about the time you yelling out. We not talking about none of that. We talking about fuck that shit. Blood. We talking about the real. People portray an image and they get certain shit off of portraying a certain image. Damo. Let's be real right now.
You portraying to be this big dog. And
I'm talking about people, period.
Yeah.
Blood and still because he motherfucking he got at me like I'm some type of weirdo, like a peasant. I'm on you with some. I ain't never asked you to do nothing, and you said it on the live. You said, "Have you ever asked me to do something that I ain't never do?" I said, "Nah," because I never asked you to do nothing. I ain't never asked. I don't ask nobody to do shit. If you gonna post the shit, you gonna post the shit. If you don't, 1,000 other people post it. I just seen Clubhouse. They just posted some shit. They got 2.6 K views in a day. We don't want you to post. It's good. We rather post yourself.
Fuck you talking about? Eating off us anyway.
Dead home. Too many people already eating off us anyway.
You can be the next person.
You ain't got no motion. You talking about we ain't got no motion without you on L's. Everybody got the shit. That's on Blood Gang. If we say anything to Blood, if we fucking associate with you on DLB 109th Street, it's gonna go bad. Motherfuckers gonna be
y'all. We are really going against everything we started off saying.
We're not dealing with none of that.
He's part of the Zerk crew. And this is my last time saying anything about him because he ain't real. He like another munchie. They two of the same kind, one blind.
This really fucked up at he really said he caught a nigga snitching all that and said some shit, bro. You can't say no shit about no nigga. And you said that the yard that the homie was on, I was on the yard with, but listen to this. This is a Figaro fact. The Figaro fact is this, and this is nothing to brag on. The shit that we could do that, cause we say we somebody, and that's the image that we is. No matter how much time you got, 20 a day, what? That's the image that we is. Jesus Christ. Don't let that Don't let that get nothing mixed up because it's big. You see what's going on. Jesus Christ.
That's why you trying to get in.
Yeah, nobody not.
Real talk.
He talking about some get somebody shit took. Who
brags about that though, bro? That's us. Imagine if we was bragging about that.
Last time he told Baby Mont when he first told Baby Mont.
He said that again,
Look, he told Baby Mont braids, man. What's up with Baby
now,
braids, man? He just look. No, he telling Baby Mont, blood, tell Baby braids, like nigga ain't on blood. He being real saying nigga he ain't say shit, whatever. But as soon as he told Baby Mont, nigga, he'll get a nigga shit took. The homie flipped on blood, told blood, nigga.
Guys, if you have enough time to watch 5 hours of Netflix a week, then you have enough time to generate a 6-figure business from home. And I know that might sound crazy because most people think to have a 6-figure business, you need to quit your job, you need to spend all the time on it during the day, and that's actually not the case. And if you don't...
Nigga, what type of shit is that?
Exactly.
You telling me you would give my little homie shit to?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Nigga, I'm
and he said it again, blood. And
I'm talking about kids. I'm 35 years old. Damo. Nigga snatch people's souls. Niggas talking about fucking kids. 4 for 1. Fuck. Real shit.
That's why
this is that. Look. Nigga, stupid 4 from that. DLB. Anyways, we gonna switch that though.
Got to.
On
we have a nigga talking about some crazy.
Yeah, because this not what this was about. This was about keep it real on Jesus Christ. This is how we do this. Instead of going back and forth, instead of somebody about to do some janky undercover like little weird shit, that's not what's. I'm not beefing with you at all. Yesterday we just got on the live. Yeah, we just got on the live. We act like it was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know this. I would have never bounced on the live laughing and giggling. I would have bounced on the live and told you like, hey, on Jesus Christ, who the fuck you think I am to get at me like that? Dead homies. And then bounce on my shit. On L's, bounce on nigga shit like it's good. That's where a nigga feel disrespected. That's the only where a nigga feel disrespected. You bounce on nigga shit and I'm playing this shit like it's regular. You get into the homie, Damo, and I take it as regular because people say put you back on.
And it's like who's nigga to get mad about getting into it? You don't present no threat, like no physical threat. Like who is you?
So I put you back on the screen, boom, whatever. In the whole, you like, man, what I do? You know what I'm saying? You telling me what have you not hollered for me, bro? I ain't never told you to do shit. Yeah, you said you don't know my celly. Before we got on the phone and hollered at you, and I told you who my celly is. Anybody get on the phone with, I tell them about my celly in the room. Everybody know my celly too, dead homies. But you don't, whatever. On L's, that's not what's going on. The truth is this, bro. We don't need Wack for nothing. First of all, we don't need you for nothing. It's nothing you can do for us that make us nothing. Your name came up because they just say when they bring Wack up, they say, damn, I thought he's a blood. How he just deal with Crips? We say, oh L's, that's him. We don't, you know what I'm saying? So that's how your name ever come up. Don't think it come up in nothing important. None of that shit is important to us. It's important because you make it seem like you the face or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's important because he make it seem like he the bloods or he the big homie. Exactly. So people trying to see is we tapped in with the big homie. That's that.
That's all that is.
So when you portray you be something, that's how you get talked about. But you ain't to be honest with you on lanes, and it's nothing because the big homie game, little homie game is nothing if it don't get you paid. Because that's for sure what you gonna say. I'm saying for sure. But the world need to know is you not the big homie, dead homie.
For sure you're not.
On Damo.
Not that.
And then the beat 109th Street, and I know this was gonna kick it off and have niggas in their feelings. Mont told me don't associate myself with you too. Be that. So it ain't like he smoked bad and none of that shit. But the homie like blood, you already bragging. Don't deal with blood because he got stupid enemies. I don't want you to do nothing. The world say, hey, is that whoop you whoop? And I say, I didn't went around the question for so long and all that. But after you make the video, when you talk about a nigga in jail or do some weird shit like that, bro, it's just all bets are off, and then it ain't even like that. It's like nigga not beefing with you and none of that shit because, like you just said, you gonna do some other shit. We ain't got no time for that type of shit. We don't got no time for nobody to be calling police on us. We ain't got no time for no nigga to be playing with no revenue shit. We don't got no time for nigga to be going behind a nigga door, tapping arms with some white people, getting hacked in a nigga shit. We ain't got no time for no weird shit like that, fool. On lanes. We got real shit going on. The people, the ones you portray to be like and act like and be like nigga on the dead homies. Free wooty woo, we wooty woo. Dead homies. On lanes. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, on Dominique Moore, some of these niggas can't even look. You don't ever come to jail.
Don't.
Because you can't come here.
You can't.
Even though this ain't on lanes, be real.
Gotta go.
And I'm gonna finish make my food. Be real. On DLB, no weird shit or nothing, because Blood trying to beef with niggas, having niggas on some weird shit, calling him, bro. He talk about the pens on Damo. Blood can't come to the pen.
Sure. Not at all.
Yes, he probably been back in the day in 1862. That's boo. We not on no weird shit with you, boo. But when you keep shit real, we keep shit real. Dead homies. Ain't no firing back at me, talking about you to fire back at me. Dead homies, nigga, on 109th Street. Last time you called and told the homies something, where the fuck you told the homies, I don't know. The big homie said, I know who you is. We don't know who Blood is. We thugging with you. Dead homies. You stunk these yards. Nigga from the streets to the, I don't get together with other chords and all that shit and do that shit with homies. All this shit on the internet, old niggas getting together with other rips and doing shit like this and doing shit to, like, nah, that ain't what's going on. That's why I can go to my homeland and just chill without buying a block with a house on the block. I can just go over there and say, hey, because that's what I'm repping.
Exactly, that's the nigga on.
But again, niggas not about to do this back and forth with you. The young homie said, hey, the niggas be out there be tripping on if you from other states, like just because we do coming out here by himself. He don't ride around like y'all with 8 people in the car with securities and all that. GM, he don't do that. So he said, hey, bro, it's good. Yeah, dead homies. Why? Why you say it like that? Because, man, I don't y'all, you know how y'all would do. It ain't, man, homies. That ain't nothing. And then the first thing he said is, I got paperwork on that nigga. Who? I ain't even say the name yet.
No name. So you already fabricated. You already come with lies, so you know me. You don't even know what nigga talking about at all. You don't even say nobody's name. You automatically, I got paperwork on him. You fabricating, you do everything yourself for busting. First of all, I didn't even say you said nothing. He was scared.
Take me down. He's far from a buster.
Take down. They put you in the finger for a leg lock. For real. And that's crazy because it's like I said, it's my last time saying something like that.
That's the only video. But we ain't beef with you.
Yeah, beef with you, but I don't care about you being famous and all that because you ain't nobody. Like, because you ain't nobody to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can like you ain't a representation of me at all. You're a representation of yourself and Zarks like yourself. And you can be who you want to be on the internet, like y'all daily like they say. So that's what I'm saying. So, you know, it's good, man. Like, you know, I hope you keep on living your good life and don't get caught because there's a lot of people looking for you. On the real, you hard to find because you be ducking and dodging people. Because you can't go to the
beef with Blood. Blood was saying that type. He gonna do something. He gonna
then he was already gonna say that nigga mama and all this weird shit. Like
he about to respond back crazy. Blood, we just being real. When you respond back, be real.
Yeah, exactly.
When you say niggas ain't got no rank, dead homies, nigga. If it was 10 of my homies from the hood and 10 of your homies from the hood, and I say do X, Y, and Z, they gonna do it before they do it, whatever the fuck you talking about. Exactly. That's if we playing a rank game, dead homies.
You ain't got no street shit. You can't even go to the knobs.
Exactly.
I heard you can't even go to the knobs, Blood.
I just sit when I'm playing Power 1-1. And yanked on the nigga from Broadway, bro.
Oh, Blood, yeah.
The old nigga, he ain't even from Broadway, bro. I just sent the young homie,
Blood, yanked on Blood. Yank. Phone check, all that shit.
Damo, nigga. You ain't sitting in your homie, nigga.
That nigga can't even go to the knobs. Me, I can bounce out APs with the AP on if I want to. Nigga, I can bounce on the Dory Millers, all that. Bounce on the West, bounce on Fig in the lanes, bounce on the camps. I bounce on the projects, nigga, if I want to. Bounce on the village town, bounce out anywhere. You can't bounce out nowhere, blood. That's fat.
He got money. He probably got more money than a nigga.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm bouncing out everywhere because I've been yanking.
Oh,
nigga.
blood gang.
Nigga, on Wadsworth Avenue, nigga. I'm stepping on everything that you can't step on. You fraternizing with the niggas that I be stepping on. That's what I'm saying. So I know you can't come fuck with nobody I fuck with. You can't. My big homie say you ain't even nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I respect all my big homies and everything. I respect the gangsterism. I respect the rankings and everything. You ain't even in the rank. You know what I'm saying? You got young homies, babe. You ain't even on the pole. You ain't even on the chain.
On blood game, nigga.
You ain't even on
I
the
ain't about to
chain.
beef with that nigga, but that nigga.
Please, you ain't even on the chain.
That nigga always saying something about my nigga. That's my homie.
He's sucking dick.
You
keep a nigga name this mother. He's scared of the homie.
Look, that's my big homie on blood. But ain't about to go against me for nobody, nigga. Especially I ain't doing nothing wrong. My know all I said is blood. Damo, nigga. That nigga on bloods. The homies come out here and they ain't gotta go through blood. Tap in. I knew he was gonna say, oh, I know they don't want to go through me, cousin Rico. I knew he was gonna try to put a braids on some on some whatever that shit called on some trying to get a reek. Man, I ain't on. I said good peoples, no bad peoples, no weird shit, nigga. All this regular people, man, is good. That's all the motherfucker was saying. You took this and ran. You said we can't say your name without getting money. That's on the dead homies. We say your name, we gonna lose money.
Trying to fix, yeah, that's what I was saying.
We say your name, we gonna lose money.
Anything we do with you, we gonna lose. We gonna be labeled as Zarks. On blood.
On blood.
That's why I didn't first get on the camera with you the first time you said something about me. I don't even like you. Never liked you. You started saying some crazy shit. I want to know you talking about niggas snitching. You lucky you ain't on the street. On my mama, you bet not ever let me catch you. You know you can't. On my mama, you better leave my name out your mouth. Leave me out your mouth. On my mama, just leave me alone. I don't even do nothing with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't go nowhere. You can't go nowhere anyway. I shouldn't even be talking to you because you like another spider load on everything. You in a category with that. You in a category with Homac in them. On my mom, we will put you in that category. Nigga, throw you away somewhere in the dumpster. Nobody even care about you.
Nigga, again,
your
man.
funeral will be full of Zarks and rats.
Look, again, please don't try to pull that. Don't try to pull that.
Most people don't know this, but the best way to make money online right now is not dropshipping, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, or any other oversaturated competitive method like everyone thinks.
Weird ass, because the homies already said that shit. That's all that shit is weird ass moves. To get on here, fool, you could have simply got on here and said, nigga, I don't give a fuck about them New York niggas, but to get on here and say, oh, I do X, Y, and Z. First of all, nigga, I don't repost none of your shit for you to try no janky ass shit. That's that. I don't repost nobody shit, nigga. We don't put none of that weird ass your pictures on nigga shit, none of that shit. So ain't none of that weird shit. All that get a nigga shit, man. Look, again, that's the type of shit niggas try to do on L. But on DLB, it is what it is. I'm over here whipping up like a stir fry. GM, I'm making chickens. Anyways, tapping on the who's on bloods. This the who's response. And this is a Figaro fact. Let me really add this for sure. On lanes, nigga, don't need you, never needed you, don't know what you talking about. Came from, look, we was already on. You came trying to get up on me when it was already cracking. I'm trying to figure out why you making it seem like somebody needs you, and you got up on you got up on us on bloods. You called mine to get up on me, dead homies, about the whole 4S and Brick Baby situation. This before any of this shit was even cracking on lanes. That's what you did. Nobody don't reach out to Wack, nigga. We don't watch the internet that much to even think you was somebody. Dead homies. We thinking some whole other shit.
You somebody on this internet.
Yeah, you somebody on the internet, but we ain't trying to tap in on you because this gang shit going on. This shit serious to us. Exactly. It's a joke to niggas like you, Damo, that can hide out and do. This shit is serious to us. So look, Don't say we needed you or we you ain't got no motion without you. Name one thing you did to help us with some motion. What?
Nothing at all. We never asked you to do nothing.
One thing we did, we just let people know that, hey, that's what
you're begging us for us to let you be a part of it.
Yeah, we against 4 extras in them. So we against, well, not like that, but that's your people's. So how is we not on the same page? They said that you said you don't want no bloods on no jumper. Even though I seen that you said that us on there on the dead homies, I swear to God, behind closed doors, the big dogs are saying, and you are, it's only a couple of them, they saying that you're the reason why the homies don't really step in there. Dead homies. I don't know how true that is. I don't give a fuck because I'm not going back and forth with you on L's. I'm not about to play the wake up game and shit going and gotta deal with all some weird shit with some police ass shit. I want the gangster shit you can do is pay a nigga 2 packages like you said and have blood get at me. Don't do no weird shit. We on, you know what I'm saying about? Pay the nigga the 3 packages to get at me. Come on, man. Damo. Niggas, I'm telling you, somebody say your name that they getting paid to do something, that nigga getting rolled off this yard. Dominic Moore. GM. If he come, look, he better off coming and say he want to squad. He want to squad one of us and say that. If he come and say, I want to get in with you for Wack 100, that's on DLB 109th Street, he getting rolled off this yard. He fuck around and get hung. On lane, immediately right on the spot, he getting rolled off.
Johnny on the spot. What?
They on L's.
They gonna make sure they gonna Wack the talking about too.
Anyways, we're not about to do all that. We're not doing all that. 109th Street. We don't need nothing or nobody. We're not attaching ourselves to nobody. We don't fuck with nothing. If you ain't the who's, everything is about who's on L's. We ain't worried about it on L's. It's on anyways. Never have. And on lanes, just to add this to the shit, I never not once try to get you on the line, look for your line. Let's not play the internet games, act like somebody was on you, fool. We gonna end this little shit. We not about to go back and forth. We not about to turn this to a munchie and you game, you know, or this playing shit. We ain't doing none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? On L's. It is what it is. On Denver Ave, you know what I'm saying? But nigga know what's so my program. Everybody's shit is on the table. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can hide behind the mask. And I'm not even just talking about you. Everybody can hide behind the mask. Everybody's shit is on the table. Who they really is, dead homies. You can lie to everybody else. You can't lie to yourself. That's just for everybody on L's. Niggas got my name and shit, all that, man. Tap in on the who's though, man. This was cracking on Damo with nobody help. You don't need no platform, none of that shit. Tap in on the who's. You ain't looking for nobody. You right. Some people do want to get up under you and have you help them. You right. You is a star, whatever. Wack is a star. He cracking. Not us. We wasn't the people that was on you like that. So come on, keep that shit 100 on L's. Tap in on the who's, Denver Ave.
Thinking would start cutting carbs. I need to drop my belly fat.
Here's the most interesting weight loss fact I learned in the
what are you doing hanging out with him? Right? I said, I had to find out if he was the best man for you, and he ain't. He cheating on you, and I know the girl, which I told everything. So did. Told it all, nigga. And from that, I got 2 healthy, beautiful children. I didn't have a great life, nigga. So I don't give a fuck. So then I see this other dude, he got some divorce shit in his thing, right?
My nigga,
Always remember this. Always remember this. When niggas find paperwork on a nigga like me, they're gonna run the paperwork. There's only one reason why they don't run the paperwork. It's because the paperwork lead them to a dead end, right? So I think that might have been 2015 or something. And the crazy part about it, I never even knew about the divorce filing, right? So like 2015, 2016, I got on one. I went on my Mikey Corleone shit. I didn't give a fuck about
no
nothing.
fucks given, no fucks.
I didn't give a fuck about nothing. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. I'm hustling, I'm grinding, whatever it takes me to get this. Really, about 15, 16 is when that crossover came. Well, I started seeing 2-3 million at a time. It went from the 200-300,000 to the 2-3 millions, right? And so I was really an ugly motherfucker. Like I didn't give a fuck. I didn't. Hey, listen, man. I didn't give you all the time in the world. Right now, I'm on what I'm on. If you don't like it, fuck it. Do what you're gonna do, right? So she had never told me that she had went down there and filed for a divorce. I never knew, right? I guess I don't know how that shit worked because I never been to court or whatever and stuff. She like, you were just so ugly towards me. I didn't know what you was on, what you was up to. So I was just gonna just let you go. I said, well, why you didn't, complete the shit? She said, well, I just did. I just let it go. I just called the people and whatever they do. I don't know what they do to let it go, let it go. But I didn't find out about that till like 2018 or so. We were sitting down talking, and then she finally told me. So, but I guess if you file, it's there. So the reason why the nigga don't show the conclusion of it, because there's no conclusion. But once again, this is my point. Is a man and woman getting divorced, is that some smut? I'm confused about what they... Fuck it, let's say right now today I get a divorce. What's that?
No.
Like that's
what that mean? That's what happens. Shit happens.
That's what I'm saying.
It's your fucking business.
What does that mean? Right now today, fuck it.
Nigga gonna be on the yacht.
Yeah, I'm butt naked on the yacht
right
somewhere.
Now today.
Butt naked
I'm just trying to understand this shit. Right now today, Wack get a divorce. I seen today Tyrese was in divorce court. They ordered him to pay $10,600 something monthly, right? Okay, what does that mean? Is there some new shit to divorce to where that makes you like gay or a snitch or like, am I missing something? A divorce is divorce. I never knew a divorce is classified as smut.
That's a problem. A divorce is like, what the fuck?
No, for real. Like, I'm like,
man, that's
how you know they going so low. They ain't got shit. They just doing anything.
Yeah,
I just want to know what does getting a divorce mean.
It don't mean shit no more.
No, fuck no more. Look, what has divorce ever meant other than
it's over?
The divorce.
That the business is done.
I don't get.
It's just a piece of paper.
Let's say right now today, nigga, I walked out of court. Me and my wife is divorced. Okay, what does that mean? What happened?
You free, man.
She just get half.
I don't know, bro. I'm just listen, bro.
Does it make you less of a man? No, it doesn't make you less.
That shit just a legal term.
It just mean legally. That's just a
That's what
rap,
I'm
but that's
trying
still
to
you.
understand when I seen it.
That's still you though.
No, that's what I'm trying to understand. I'm like, okay, bro, like, well, I never was divorced, never been divorced. I've been with this girl 30-something years. I don't give a fuck. Go ask your mom or your grandparents, nigga. Tell them to tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you they've been through some shit. They gonna tell you.
Hell yeah.
It's just real shit. You get to finding out granddaddy got another kid over here across town. It be all kind of shit niggas don't know.
You got a twin brother.
Yeah, it be all kind of shit going on. Right? So any nigga that's gonna say that they've been with a woman for a long period of time or man a long period of time, right? you're gonna go through your shit. That's just real shit. Like, it comes down to, are you guys gonna survive what you go through?
That's the struggle. Survive the struggle.
Right.
That's the truth.
Yeah, on some real shit, right? You know, that's what it is, right? Motherfucker asks me, I'll be like, bro, I done been through all kind of shit. I didn't love her, hate her, couldn't stand her, didn't want to talk to her. I'm going over here, you going over there. That's what it is.
But when you still that
told y'all,
nigga,
I'll be like, yo, sometimes we get so tired of each other, she go to the other crib. I still go down there, do what I want to do. I want some sex. I want to eat. I stay. I go back to the other
I had a bitch divorce me in the shoe, and I got back out, and I married her again. So
But
it don't
Wack,
make
but
no
Wack.
fucking mean. It don't mean.
but
I
see,
mean, I'm
Wack,
just saying, no, I'm
fuck on somebody else.
I'm just saying to like all the people in these rooms, like not for nothing, bro. Stop making yourself look like a clown amongst y'all.
Idiot.
Y'all really know, like, we really sitting here saying the nigga Wack name is back, and ain't nothing here that say Wack or Cass Jones, and even whoever this back dude is, their back didn't even tell. Whoever back is, he ain't even tell. Right? So, and we sitting up in here debating some shit, and this nigga then brought the actual lead motherfucking officer in here and had the discussion for an hour on the floor. Right? What else we got? We got a divorce filing that never went nowhere and was never solidified. Right? We got that. What else we got? Well, you see where the nigga TD or whoever this nigga is was telling him, all right, back. You heard what Wack said? What Wack say? Hey, bro, who the fuck is back? Why the fuck you keep calling me back? That's what I said. Who is back, nigga? What else am I supposed to say? I don't know no nigga named back. I ain't back, motherfucker. What do you get to?
But the problem is, Wack, they hate you so much, it causes them not to be able to see themselves. You know what I'm saying? So even like, you're going to read
Bro,
paperwork.
hate will cloud your judgment, bro.
Yeah. They
but here go the game. Here go phase 2. Where's the hate from? I don't even know these people.
Themselves first. That's what it is. They hate who they are.
Bro, listen, where does the hate come from? I don't even know these people.
The rejects, Wack. The rejects. They're all rejected together, so they're all hanging out together now. They're all fucking pity partying themselves. That fucking hate over there is you could.
But
right,
but watch this though.
Got a lot of self-hate.
But watch this though. None of them want to talk about Lamonte beat that woman, try to put in the trunk. That make them look even crazier.
Crazy as fuck. They don't want to bring that
They
shit.
can't see themselves. They can't. To turn a B into a W is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But let me tell you what's even crazier. Whoever the back nigga is, he still didn't tell.
And he didn't tell him the paperwork. That's what I'm saying. They said he. That's what I don't get. He didn't say shit in the paperwork. He didn't. That's crazy as fuck.
Whoever back, look, I want to clear back for the record. Whoever back is, didn't tell. So if back, oh Wack, you're back, okay? So what did back say wrong? Hey bro, all right, fuck it. Let's go off your narrative. What did back say wrong? I'm waiting.
Yeah, you can't.
If you didn't read the paperwork, they would never know. Nobody read it over there. Nobody read it on that side.
Hey, exactly. B-Stay never read the paperwork.
He didn't tell. Back didn't tell. I was laughing at that shit when
No, it rhymed with Wack, and they were satisfied.
Back didn't even. Them niggas said, hold
Back
on.
you solid. Back solid.
They said, hold on. How we bring the cop in here? Go to Beehive and listen to the replays. Yo, y'all, somebody ping Reggie right in this bitch. Reggie come in. We got to coach Reggie how to come off mute. Yo, Reggie, the police dude, Greg Capes, the nigga, the lead detective on this shit when they kicked my door in, when the box nigga ratted, tried to rat on me. You still talk to that nigga? Yeah, just talked to him the other day. Hey, yo, I asked him if he had come on Clubhouse. Hold on, Wack. Disappeared. Reds come back. Yeah, Wack, he said he'd go. Okay, one of y'all give me the Clubhouse link. I don't know how to get to that shit. One of y'all sent me the link. Boom, yo, Red, here you go. Tell him download that, create a thing, and go on Clubhouse. Boom. All right. Give me the link. I'm gonna open up the room. Boom, Reds pop up, dude pop up. I don't follow Deuce Sims. Let dude tell his shit. So you know how he got here, dummy. Reggie. Oh, you fuck with Reggie Wright, they been in all you niggas' rooms. All you niggas done asked him about Death Row. All you niggas done asked him about Tupac. Y'all glorify Suge. Reggie Wright is the off-duty Compton police motherfucker that he put in charge over Death Row. Y'all been sucking Suge dick all these years. I ain't never once heard y'all niggas say, oh, Suge put a cop over Death Row. I met Reggie before I met Suge. Reggie let me in the Death Row office before Suge. So that's why me and Reggie still got a relationship today. That's how he got in here. You talk, no. The nigga, I asked him, you still active? He said, nah, Wack, I retired in 2010. All right, cool. I hate when people get in the diamond lane, fast lane, and drive 58.
Listen up. We are about to create the brand new Game of Thrones game.
Oh, so the main character is obviously Jon Snow, right?
Wrong. You are the main character, a mysterious figure from a new house in the north. This time, the fight is against something even more terrifying. You'll encounter new challenges, untold stories you've never seen before. Game of Thrones, King's Road.
When you're in Illinois, you get closer with every course. All signs point to a good time, and the best paths are the ones you take side by side. Plan your getaway to Illinois, the middle of everything.
on Remy. Papoose is a squabbler and he know how to box. This a fact. Bro know how to get at it, right? I was in the middle of that Uncle Murder Papoose war. Me and Slay was in the middle of that shit.
Oh no.
Max B,
You know what I'm
Fat
saying?
Joe, Pap don't back down from no
Right? Bro,
Brooklyn ain't
if
posted.
this is the case, right? Why, when you start fucking Easy the block captain, and he found out why at that time you said, well, nigga, you been whooping my ass and abusing me anyway, since you know I'm
That's
out.
what they do. They make up shit. That shit happened to me.
It wasn't until she see Papoose finally moved on. Now, and I know why she doing it. Bro got the job at Hot 97, and he got a job at TuneCore.
Yeah.
President.
Right? She knows what those type of allegations bring. Which is some punk shit. Because
I see where you're going with that one.
he knew the discredit on your name would have brought to your businesses if he would have you did, but he didn't. He swallowed it like a man. That type of shit will make a man break down and cry. It's a fact. So now here it is that you see he moved on with it, you know, whoever the boxer lady, what's her name? Clarissa
Shields.
Clarissa.
She called
the
him
best boxer. Clarissa Shields, right?
Yeah.
Miss Shields, right? He moved on. Now she know Pap at radio. She know Pap at TuneCore. Damn near the president if he not that, right?
He is the president. Yep.
He's the president.
Papoose beat me.
That's
We know what you're trying to do.
Trying to fuck his money up.
I'm trying to fuck his money up. She's telling you how he broke.
After you go broke.
The president of TuneCore is not broke.
Remy told Pap. So Pap knocked the nigga out. Pap saying that homeboy came, gave him a 5 after he's fucking his wife and he didn't know he was fucking her. So Pap's attitude is, you don't shake no nigga that has sex with your wife. So he's like, basically, whenever I see him, I'm knocking him out. So Pap knocked him out. And then Remy called him, I guess it's a Remy event. Remy called and said, yo, now you wild out. Now I got to be with the so he don't press charges and do all the wild shit. Now I can't even curve the I was just about to curve him. Now I got to make sure he good cause you wilding. And I'm like,
Remy a nigga, yeah.
That's not funny, mates. The Bible says flee from sexual immorality.
Roger.
Tell these king goods.
We know what you're trying to do.
Trying to fuck his money up.
I'm trying to fuck his money up. She's telling you how he broke.
After you go broke.
The president of TuneCore is not broke.
Remy told Pap. So Pap knocked the nigga out. Pap saying that homeboy came, gave him a 5 after he's fucking his wife and he didn't know he was fucking her. So Pap's attitude is, you don't shake no nigga that has sex with your wife. So he's like, basically, whenever I see him, I'm knocking him out. So Pap knocked him out. And then Remy called him, I guess it's a Remy event. Remy called and said, yo, now you wild out. Now I got to be with the so he don't press charges and do all the wild shit. Now I can't even curve the I was just about to curve him. Now I got to make sure he good cause you wilding. And I'm like,
Remy a nigga, yeah.
That's not funny, mates. The Bible says flee from sexual immorality.
Roger.
Tell these king goods.
Subscribe to the Prophet channel.
For 2 months. That's damn near say. What kind of say? I ain't got that kind of time, Wack, to be on social media, fuck with my wife, take care of the kids, deposit money in the bank, go get my hair cut, keep my toenails cut, get them ingrown hairs out them hair bumps, and talk to a bitch for 2 months. I ain't got that kind of time. I knew you wasn't managing nobody. I knew you wasn't.
Hey, that's real. Wack got way too much free time to be managing anybody. How you manage Blueface? How you manage Ray J? How you manage the game? How you got this worldwide diaper company?
What would it feel like to wake up on your terms, work from anywhere, and actually enjoy what you do?
How you talking about you closing in Walmart deals and all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. You got all the time in the world to be arguing with Mika on Clubhouse. What? That don't even make sense.
Good manager.
2 months ago, just been kicking it for 2 months on the phone. Finally meet him and everything was good.
You said what?
You finally get to meet him and everything is good.
Yeah, everything was cool. Like, he gave me my ticket through text, and he was like, oh, be out there. Like, watch when you get on this plane. You ain't gonna want to fly regular ever again, and this and that. Listen, I ain't never been on nothing. I just barely started flying, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm scary. And so I ain't never been on nothing but a commercial plane, ever. So when Buddy put me on, like, something totally different.
Nigga, what? Hold on.
So you risked your life and your wife. So you risked your life and your wife for a woman who had never flown anything but a commercial plane? So you mean to tell me, Wacky Williams, Wacky Williams, that when you decided to cheat on your wife, you cheated down? That's incredible. That is incredible. Now, I'm not going to say that you should cheat on your girl, nothing like that. But what I am saying is, it's incredible to me that you are cheating on your wife openly with a girl who will say, well, I ain't never really had nothing. So when he did this for me, I was just so impressed. What? You cheated on your wife, the woman who was your high school sweetheart, who got your little funny looking kids, with somebody who ain't used to ish? Barnacles.
Hey, nigga, what? You taking Clubhouse hoes that you can't even see? You can't even see these mother. Nigga, you putting these bitches on private planes. The bitch say she ain't never flew before. Nigga, you know you supposed to Spirit Airline the hoe.
Facts.
These trick ass niggas. Boy, these trick ass niggas. He done got a Section 8 ghetto bitch with a gangbanging dead baby daddy and put on a private plane. And the bitch say she ain't never flew nowhere. She from the hood. Boy, your wife is infuriated. Her friends and her sister and them that heard this shit and look at how this bitch talk with that list. She got that list. Dude, she bitch don't seem like she got a 9th grade education.
Hey, that's real. Can you imagine how your wife and her sisters and her friends is looking at you? You out here performing like this level of idiocy? Come on, bro. You weak, bro. Like, I knew your name was Wack, but god damn. You an overall just weak ass man. You a weak grown man, bro.
You done shame the Wack. You done shame the Wack Attack family. Yeah, Miss Queen, Miss Wack Attack mad and the motherfucker. The missus is mad at the motherfucker Wacky. You done went and got a bitch out of LA that ain't never flew nowhere and put this bitch on a private plane and she talks. Boy, you niggas ain't shit. Boy, I see why these hoes got to have these girls nights out. I see why these women got to have these girls nights out. It's a nigga like you somewhere in a house. There's plenty of niggas like you in a household somewhere taking that good goddamn money. Say taking that good goddamn money and you wasting it all on a private jet plane a whole for fucking. Oh, nigga, you could have Greyhound.
Hey, that explains why you want to lose candidates, homies, because y'all do the same type of weird behavior. Like spending exorbitant amounts of money on prostitutes, like just exorbitant amounts of money on somebody. Like, bro, you put her on a private jet. You put that girl on a private jet. She would have got cracking for the 4 for 4. She was just happy to have something to eat. You tripping? Wow, boy. Call y'all Ninja Steve-O.
To bust the bitch for that fucking. No, man. No. The bitch got to work her way up from the bottom, Wacky. You don't start the bitch out from the top and you married, nigga. No, you a elite trick.
Elite trick is crazy.
But this shit ain't no good.
Elite trick.
So when Buddy put me on like something totally different, then I was just like, okay, like you don't need no ticket, all you need is your ID. You're not going through checks or nothing. You're just going straight through. He just kept saying like, don't be late, don't be late. You know, it started at, your flight leave at 10, do not be late. So I was on the phone with him the whole time to the on the ride to the airport. And he was just like, you better not miss that flight. You better not. And as soon as I pulled up in the Uber, like it wasn't a big airport, it was the small airport. And I just walked straight through and got right on the plane, you know? So I think I got there like right at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then
You put a girl on a private jet who don't even understand the importance on being on time to the private jet. You put a girl on a private jet who don't understand the importance of being on time to the private jet. That is barnacles. That is absolutely barnacles. And that is the wildest of wild work.
So it was never no question about family. Never. His family? No. All right, cool. So y'all meet up and then y'all on this little side thing. You're going to hotels and all that other shit.
like as soon as I thought we was going straight to the interview, because the whole reason I came out there is because I'm a Sabi Third fan. That's Wack's artist. And Wack had him on the shelf. And I just kept telling him, like, you're crazy. Like, he's talented. Get him off the shelf and get him to work. You know, so, and I'm like, can I get the interview with him or whatever? And he was like, yeah. So we thought it was going to be my interview. At the last minute, he switched and made it a 100 ENT interview. So I didn't know it was a 100 ENT interview until I got off the plane. I get off the plane. He there, pick me up, get in the car. We drive to the hotel room, which is like across the street from Universal Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And then we...
Oh, you ain't flew her from nowhere. She went from Vegas. I mean, yeah, she still did, but she ain't going nowhere.
He's like, oh yeah. So he's like, you want to go check in and put your bags down? I'm like, yeah. So we go check in. We go to the room, put my bags down. He was on FaceTime with somebody, some Puerto Rican or something from New York. I don't know who. I forgot who it was. And he was like, he had told me like take your clothes off, like basically like get naked. And I'm shy, so I'm just sitting on the bed like, oh, like get naked, fuck, you know. And then he FaceTime whoever he FaceTime me. He turned like I just told her to take her clothes off, and she's just sitting here. Look, and he showed them like me, and I was like, oh my god. So then he stopped, and then so then from there we just did our thing.
Pump the brakes, boys and girls. Ladies, listen to me good and listen to me good. You will never hear a woman say, soon as we got into the hotel room, I told her to take her motherfucking clothes off. Those are signs of predatory behavior, signs of a pervert, signs of a borderline pervert, signs of a nigga that has a sickness, a sexual sickness. Soon as the bitch get into the room, y'all supposed to be taking care of business, get naked. And you FaceTime the motherfucker. See, that's what them niggas do. They used to doing young girls like that. Say, look, I got one over here, nigga. I forgot to come into the room. Watch this here, nigga. See, I'm finna make her get naked. That's how niggas cap and yap with each other. Yeah. Let's continue on. Sick ass nigga.
Did our thing, had our little session or whatever. Took showers.
So why the hell did he take the clothes off for him? For the guy on the phone?
Nah, he was telling me to take my clothes off, and I was just sitting there like stuck.
But why would he do that? Like,
because I wasn't getting undressed. Okay. So he was like, man, I just told her. I don't know. Like, he did that a lot. Like, everybody had to know that he was messing with me. He needed everybody to know that. Like, I was off limits.
Oh, okay. But you didn't know the guy on the phone?
No.
So wait, so he randomly made you get naked for some random dude on the phone? This is weird and creepy and freaky. You the reason why my girl be uncomfortable when niggas walk around. She be like, I don't be liking that shit. It's because of weird niggas like y'all. Like, what? Why is she naked? Like, if she ended up getting naked because that's where the night went, cool. But like, why is she naked initially? Like, why? Like, what's the rhyme and reason?
So you had your little session. That's the first time you met.
Yeah. No. So listen, so we had our little session. Like, it was never like right after I left LA, it was a problem. We fell out. But so like we have our little session or whatever. And then we take showers, get dressed, and we go to the studio to do the interview. And we do the interview, then we hanging out. And then we hanging out till like 12 o'clock at night. And then he came in the back like, you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah. So then he took me, he's like, you hungry? And I'm like, yeah, I'm hungry. Because I didn't eat all day. I don't really eat. I probably eat like once a day, every day. So finally, I'm like, yeah, I am hungry. And he's like, all right, we're about to go eat with my business partner. And we go meet his business partner at the hotel, at like a little restaurant, little cafe, whatever you want to call that. We eat with him. We're done. His friend has a room in the same hotel as me. So we're done. He leaves, and me and his friend walk up to our room. His room was like down the hall from me, so we walked each other to our rooms. And I went to my room. And then like 8 o'clock in the morning, he came back and like stayed with me. We did our little session, had our little issue. But like
sound like Wack had to go home to his wife. Yeah, sound like he had to go home.
That nigga for sure had to go home to his wife. For sure.
To his wife, and then come back in the morning and lay with the little young, lay with the young bro. Yeah. She had no good riding motherfucker, boy.
You protection. Yeah, you protection.
Oh.
What the? God damn it. Okay.
What? You out here fucking.
You out here smacking raw, bro, and you got a wife? You out here smacking Project Coochie raw, and you got a wife. You in there, and you just in the ground beef, huh? You just all in the ground beef, raw. Hot dog, no bun. Raw. Just straight meat. You a wild boy. You a wild boy. You ain't got no respect. Like, forget your wife, bro. You ain't got no respect for yourself.
Fucking the little bitch the first time with no rubber, nigga. The little bitch didn't even know how to answer the question. Y'all use protection. She said, she dirty Wack. Wack. You out here fucking the clubhouse bitches, nigga, barefooted. You running through the ghetto, burger. You might be the scum of the earth. You might just not be no bum.
Bro, you really are the scum of the earth. That's disgusting.
Because you ain't broke. They say you ain't broke. You might be a
This didn't age well because he broke down.
scum motherfucker. Nigga, your wife found out you been running out putting that dick out in the village raw. You village creeper. You a goddamn village creeper. And you out in that village creeper and you ain't got that dick covered up. You're a sick fucker. You're say, I bet your woman, Sister Neil, and them bitches at the beauty shop that heard this shit. She woman can't even get her hair done in peace no more. Say what? I bet your wife can't even get her hair done in peace no more. This shit is floating through the airway. Boy, you done went and got everybody know the STD age statistic rates in LA. God damn it, is high in a motherfucker. Nigga, you out there fucking with no rubber Wack. Come on, Wack attack. Say all the Wack and
like, you ain't even gotta care about her. What you care about yourself? Like, nigga, what? You out here raw with the 304s? You off Clubhouse? Like, bro, forget anybody. You can be selfish, only care about yourself and make the best decision for that. Why would you, like, I don't even understand why that was even an option. Like, you niggas don't be having no boundaries, boy. None. Out here raw with the Clubhouse wookie. You might as well go ahead and smack something raw off Fig.
In the wackiness. Y'all heard it?
And honestly, you would do better smacking something raw off Fig, because at least that way you can see him first. You can't even see who on Clubhouse. At least you can see the girl on Fig. That's wild.
Y'all leader is out here raw dicking, rubber ducking.
Rubber ducking.
Say, he had a raw dog in naked head that motherfucking dick down off in the ghetto. He living a risky, dangerous life. He might be badder than what I thought he is. Boy, ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna take that dick down out through the ghetto and run him naked. He running that dick naked, y'all. Boy. Say, boy, I'm glad I found Mika. Say, Wack, you can't beat me, nigga. You can't beat me. Not with this kind of shit on you. No, Wack. You better keep doing what you doing, Wack, and stay away from me. Cause I can get you with no threats. See, I ain't never got to get threatened and tough with you. See, that's how I know that act. That's an act, nigga, you do it. Yeah.
What the? God damn it. Okay. God damn it. You just told me you got 4 kids. So I know you wasn't using the question that. But now, okay, but you give an oatmeal face, a guy you know that's in the industry, sleeping around, do whatever. You can't trust nobody, no matter how much money they got, whatever it is. You know, you protect you from the sucker.
I did it, y'all. I did it.
God damn it. Okay, so then after that, how many sessions I had before the booty call came in? And when I say the booty call, I mean ass down, ass up. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. Let me just let the people see again what I'm talking about. Right here, this thing here.
I wrote that picture, y'all.
Before this thing here, you took that. You did that, right?
I saw it on. I thought I saw that on. Somebody sent it to me, or I don't know.
Somebody sent it to you. Okay, there you go. So somebody sent it to you. And now, what was that? What was going on there? What was happening here? What was happening right here? What's going on?
So basically,
I thought that's supposed to be maybe you. Maybe, I don't know if you was there that day, but maybe you. You know? But listen, I got people that question me about this picture, right? They say, yo, did he deny that was him? Or did he say it was him?
yeah. So okay. So when we first fell out, that was like in early April, and he was denying like everything. He had like all the internet for months, and I was a liar. I was delusional. You know, like I was messy. I was trying to start stuff. I was like, he said so many things, and I allowed it. I didn't care about clearing nothing up. You know, I didn't really defend. I did. Like we went back and forth for a little bit, but to really like shut people down and shut people up that was trolling me, calling me a liar, I didn't care to do that. So I allowed this narrative to go on for all of these months. And all of these months, after so long, I think like after the first month, I had an admin on Clubhouse, and she was like jealous. She wanted to be where I was at, and she started like texting him on the low on Clubhouse, and she was telling him like, oh yeah, because when me and him got into it the first time, I was like, oh yeah, tell your wife to put these hickeys on my neck, you know, because he was talking about my children, and that was I'm going for the jugular. You talk about my kids, we're going for the jugular. And so when I said that, I was like, oh yeah, keep playing. And I mentioned I had a video or a picture, and he was like, he asked my admin like, oh, did you doubt X, Y, and Z? And my admin told her like, yeah. So ever since then, he was like attacking me, like lining me up for different things, you know, just causing a lot of drama for myself. You know, messing up relationships I was building for myself in the industry, in certain circles. Wack 100 never did nothing for me. Like every connection I ever made, you know, I made on my own. I met you on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was me. So it was no benefit really outside of real feelings going on there.
Okay. So what? Okay. Allegedly, what made the whole picture thing come into play? Like, what is that, like a?
Okay.
Or like a, yo, nigga, I don't trust you no more, or where that came in from?
Nah, so basically, okay, so look, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of tea. So before I started talking to Wack, you feel me? Because I didn't know Wack at first. When I first came on the app, I didn't know nobody, and I was in the East Coast rooms, hella tough, and that's how I even ran into somebody like CEO Reek, and that's how Wack was constantly, you know, brought up, because at this time, that's when they was like heavy doing those, you know, paperwork rooms, and it was like focused on East Coast for some reason. So I seen a lot of Wack and Reek, you know, at this time. I took a liking to Reek originally. Well, actually T Rose from Tro's Nation. And then Reek kind of like was like, oh, is T Rose helping you with your club, trying you how to like build, you know, this and that. I'm like, yeah. So Reek like, oh, I could do it. I could help you, whatever. So me and Reek started talking on business, and then Reek showed me like,
oh, these niggas like the community activist niggas that's not getting the funding, but they getting the pussy. Man, these niggas on here playing for pussy. I get it now.
Wack is a disgusting individual, bro. Like, the fact that you legitimately put your family at risk for this shows the level of dirt baggington you are. Like, you're the worst type of individual.
I done figured it out. I done figured it out. These is the perverts. These is the niggas that hiding in the dark. Because them other apps, you kind of got to be in the light. These are the perverts that's online, hiding in the dark over here at Clubhouse with their perversions. Secretly playing like they social networking. But these niggas pussy hounded. These niggas hounded for pussy over here. This is the new chat line. This is the new motherfucking chat line. Y'all can't fool me. This is the new, I done figured it out. Say, I'm finna tell everybody about you no good right motherfuckers over on Clubhouse. Y'all ain't doing nothing but fucking. That's why y'all don't give a damn about getting no money. I've been trying to figure it out for the longest. I've been trying to figure this shit out for the motherfucking longest. Man, why do people over there fuck on, man? What the? They over here fucking. This is the fuck line. This is the freak session. This is a goddamn cyber orgy. This is the metaverse orgy. This is where the swingers go.
You know what's crazy though? That's really all Clubhouse turned into, was like a big orgy for grown people who didn't have nothing else cracking, so they get on Clubhouse every day and just do this. So that's actually a very true statement.
I just figured it out. Oh boy, I just figured it out. I've been trying to sit there and figure this shit out for the longest. Say y'all. Say this. We can say, let's get this shit. We got to hit the reset button. We need to contact whoever run this shit. And we need to get the Wackanuts and the Wackanets and Wack Attack out this motherfucking app. Send they back ass over there to them chat lines, them phone chat lines. Get their ass on the phone chat line where you can't see nobody because they just want to talk. They can do that over there. Man, please, Clubhouse. Can somebody reach out to the Clubhouse people and let them know we have come to a consensus agreement that we no longer want Wacky Tack, the Wacky Nuts, and the Wacky Knots on Clubhouse ruining something. This was going to be a great app. Man, they had some great minds on here in the beginning. I should say now these niggas just want to fight and fuck on here. That's how all they do. This ain't nothing but the ghetto all over again. A bunch of motherfuckers in down there fighting and fucking and backstabbing each other and backbiting when the fucking go to.
I'm on YouTube Live. Give me 30 minutes. I'm going to call you back when the camera off. All right, man.
Getting old. All that is. Yeah. Say, man, I'm telling you, all this shit done come to. They just fighting and fucking over. This is the ghetto.
But when Charleston White says it like that, it makes it very abundantly clear that that's really all it is the ghetto. That's all they doing is fighting and effing and all that kind of stuff. That's really true. That's really true. That's really true. Clubhouse has turned into one big drama space. But here's the thing, too. If y'all haven't noticed, everywhere where Wack goes ends up being.
Welcome to the State of Survival Ocean Shelter, the safest place to be. Forget normal houses, fancy RVs or rafts. This is survival like never before. Start by grabbing a tool like an axe to fix up old boats and collect building stuff. Then, get seeds to grow food and use the sea to solve hunger. Inside, we've got places to rest.
Being the same, he literally drops the value of everything he's a part of. Literally drops the value of everything he's a part of.
Oh, but the ghetto!
The value of No Jumper has significantly dropped since Wack's been there. Clubhouse significantly dropped when Wack got there. Nick Cannon's incredible diapers. We ain't never even seen an incredible diaper. So we don't we can't even say that dropped because that never started. To drop means that she was once up. So you feel me? For it to come down means that it had to have been up at one point in time, and we don't know if that's not the truth. So, you know, there's that. You feel me? Everything that he's around turns to trash. He for sure messed up No Jumper. Wack for sure single-handedly you know what? I'm not gonna say he single-handedly ruined No Jumper. Adam allowed it to happen because ultimately it's Adam's company. So Wack and Adam ruined No Jumper because Adam allowed that to happen to his own company. And I'm sure that if he can go back in time, he would not have invited the Wacky Williams to No Jumper, for sure. For sure, for sure. Adam thought that he had something, being thirsty, the culture vulture, little Wookie Bam, backfired on you, bro. Because he's not of the culture. We don't support him. Adam thought that he was getting a reputable gang member and ended up with a Paru that can't go to Paru Street. Crazy. Adam thought that he was getting a reputable gang member. A reputable gang member. You ended up with a Paru that can't go to Paru Street. That is crazy work.
Say, let's clean this shit up, y'all. Let's say somebody tell Clubhouse thank me. I'm gonna single-handedly get this shit back in order. I'm gonna pick on Wack and his people every day. Every day I'm coming like the bully at school, picking on the niggas' ass in the hallway. Say we cleaning this shit up. Say we gonna have a clubhouse clean up once a week. Now we do this shit twice a week. Say every Tuesday and Thursday we gonna have a clubhouse cleanup and we gonna do nothing but attack. We go attack. We go break community guidelines and everything. We finna cyber bully them motherfucking wacky folk. You hear me? We finna cyber bully they motherfucking ass. We go break all the motherfucking community guidelines. And once Clubhouse see that all of a sudden there's a rise and increase in all of its users' community guidelines, they gonna want to see what's going on. And then we'll voice our opinion. But we finna boycott they motherfucking ass with community guidelines, breaking they motherfucking rules. Whatever they goddamn rules, if they for me, and he know it. He listen, that whole guy, he'll get on this app and threaten to die. I don't give a damn about going to jail. I mean, I heard this nigga talk tough like he a headbutt the devil. Say, listen, and I'm talking about.
All right, man, so we already heard this. We up out into the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And it's free. Avenue Angel Tweets free. We go.
Most important thing is it's got to be a solution, because this has been going on in the industry for a whole bunch of years, for decades. And at the same time, you know, nobody wants this to be true, and it shouldn't have to be true.
Suge Knight, the founder of Death Row Records and one-time enemy of Sean Diddy Combs, talks about Combs' arrest by the feds in an interview with News Nation. I look at what the one-time record company owner said about Combs from behind prison walls. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Suge Knight doesn't hold back. He might be in prison for killing a man, running him down with a car in Compton, but that doesn't mean he's not sharing what's on his mind, especially when it comes to Sean Combs. Combs, of course, is in a federal prison right now, being held without
Through Rula, it's easier to connect with a therapist who specializes in you. Tell us what's...
But more than anything, what I like doing with everything I do is like being able to bring people together who I feel are polarizing.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Danza. Just wanted. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Danza. Just one of the many faces of the machine known as the Danza Project. Please do me a favor if you rock with us. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and turn those notifications on. We appreciate you. Salute.
As a parent, right, when you think about somebody like Krishan, and she was speaking on the shit that she went through as a child and the upbringing, and a lot of bad shit happened, which a lot of people tell me about all these things that Carlissa is saying, and I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I don't with her because I feel like Blueface went through a lot of shit coming up that caused him to have a lot of issues that he faces in his life as well.
You did some clout chasing shit.
I didn't do no clout chasing shit. You know why I didn't do no clout chasing shit? Because I avoided what we spoke about.
You gonna keep it real? But 600 to tell you, like even on Big U, it's some shit we ain't put out there. Some devastating, crazy, sick, sadistic shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some things we don't say. We leave it where it's at until you want to start playing that game. That shit you got's gonna go viral. It's gone.
All right, so look, we just did some shit, but we're gonna do some more shit because we had the opportunity to sit two legendary individuals down together. And now what's important is that we get an opportunity to do something that I've tried to do for a long time, which was sit down with you. A lot of people, when they look on our platform, they kind of just, because of the bracket we're in, because we do a lot of hip hop artists, a lot of people in the urban community, they kind of automatically size us up to be the podcast. So you know, oh, it's a hip hop platform. What you talking about? What type of buttons are you pressing? But the most important thing for me and for Kato is to be able to sit down with such notable figures and have great conversation with them, because we know that at the end of the day, you could do all the trolling you want, but you don't make it here to this type of level of success without being somebody, without having that personality, without having that perseverance, without having that drive, without having that motive. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you're doing this shit for.
Yeah.
So we got Wack 100 in the building. Yeah. Listen, I asked you a couple of these questions prior. It seems like you're somebody that people just want to try to tear down. And maybe it's because of the exposing, right?
Yeah.
But how did you end up coming over to, getting in front of the cameras and really taking over?
Oh, jeez. I think it really started. My first time I really started seeing a reaction that I wasn't trying to get was right here in Miami.
Okay.
When the thing happened with Stitches.
All over the TMZ.
And I'm gonna tell you how it happened, right? Because I went to jail that night. They tased me like 2-3 times. It's crazy. Every time I go to Prime 112, the police dude, they call him Big Bear. It tased me. He works. He be in the squad car across the street. It's crazy, right? He gets out, speaks to me at every day, right? So I remember leaving the substation the next morning and you guys is paddy wagon. And y'all paddy wagon remind me of like a little dog catcher little van. He got a little
thing down the middle, and you sit left and right. And as they're taking me to, I guess, whatever, the Dade County Jail, whatever it was, I hear Charlemagne on the radio.
3 signs your car accident is worth major compensation. If you've been in a car accident recently, there are 3 critical signs that could indicate your case is worth significant compensation, possibly even 6 or 7 figures.
I guess Hot 97 is syndicating in Miami. And he's doing his Donkey of the Day. He said, Donkey of the Day goes to Stitches. Why on hell did he think he could run up on game with Wack 100 did? And it tripped me out. I'm like, God damn. Because I hadn't seen any video. That ain't nothing we like planned. It ran up on us and shit just happened. So I remember I happened to get out to make it back to my daughter's cheerleading competition. And by the time I like got out of there, maybe about 18 hours later, this shit was everywhere. So then people wanted to ask me questions. So within asking me questions, I guess the way I answered them, how straightforward I was, one thing just kept leading to another. And then K Slade introduced me and had me come to Clubhouse. And he had me come to Clubhouse for a reason. There was a lot of celebrities on there.
Yeah.
A lot of celebrities that he didn't with, that was on there downing and belittling the people of Clubhouse. He like, Wack, I need you to come on Clubhouse to expose some of these people. So I would go on there and like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, you really talking to the people like you that? You go tell about when you got slapped up and got your shit tumbleweeds. I'm exposing them, you know what I'm saying? So I remember they suspended me for 2 weeks, right? And so at that point, I came back and we just kept it going and it just became a thing. And one thing led to another and that's just what it was. I started to realize people had an appetite for stories and information and believe it or not, people don't pay attention to the flow of traffic. But if it's a head-on collision, both sides gonna stop and look. And I realized that.
Right.
You can go on your social media and post a picture of a flower and say, this brings me peace of mind, it means this, and tranquility and all this. People ain't gonna pay no attention. But if you go put up a video of 2 dogs fight, or a lady hitting a dude in the head with a bottle, they gonna pay us some attention. I hate to say it, that's the appetite our people have, bro.
Yeah.
And in business, it's like, if you know that this is what they like to eat, you gotta feed them.
Now, a lot of people have criticized people like Charleston White, right? And we've had the opportunity to talk to him on and off cam a long time because we've built a great relationship. And even prior to that, he was telling me, because the first time he came up here, everybody's like, yo, be careful because he's going to try to pepper spray. You might pull out a gun and shit like that. So when we spoke, one of the things I told him, I was like, yo, I know all the shit that people know you for. But at the end of the day, I know that there's a man behind all that. And that's who I want to talk to today. He's like, you know what's different about that is everybody that's brought me up on their platform so far, they've kind of given me the script. Let's do this or let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it does work that way. So through all that, he said it a bunch of times, like, yo, the people are only digesting the information if I say this person or this gang or that gang, and then I deliver a message. But I've been delivering messages for years on Facebook, but nobody's listening. So do you find that a similarity? Do you think that's true?
True. I think with me, people get mad at me because I expose things that people want to hear, but once they hear it, they wish they don't want to know. It's just real shit. It's like, you know, they'll ask me something and I give it to them, or if I don't say it in favor of whoever that person is.
So it's a lot of no way.
Yeah, and see, with me, I'm a wolf. Listen, whether you like it or love it, it's just what it is, or that's what happened.
They call it the ugly truth.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what happened. So it's like, now it comes down to, why are you always in people's business, but you ask me about it? You ask me the question.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just what this is, man. And I'm real. I asked the brother, what information have I had that they're saying, how did he get it? I don't.
You've had a couple though.
What? Which one? I don't.
The sexual acts with Nipsey Hussle was a whoa, wait.
And I told people that.
Okay.
The actual, it's 3 participants.
You do cite the
it's 3 participants. Him, the other gentleman, and the baby mother.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people the other gentleman has it, and it's consent in all the videos. I tell people that. You see when I try to bet Vlad 100,000, what Vlad say? Nope, because the individual sent me a still shot of the video. I know you ain't lying. I bet people all the time. But you want to bet? I call him. He'll pull up. I don't keep it on me. I've never had it in my possession. If I need to get to it, I call him. He pull up. There ain't no problem.
One thing I feel like you're a master at, and it's either intentional or unintentional. You walk the line between credibility and clout. Because you'll say something that's inflammatory, get a bunch of clout, but then you come with the credibility.
Well, I'm not gonna never speak. I'm an Aries. If I don't got it, I'm not gonna talk about it.
What that got to do with it? The Aries?
Because we hate to be wrong.
Okay.
We hate our Aries. Say I can have 99.9. I won't say nothing. If you hear me say, "You sure you want to play?" I got it, and I can go right to their phone and there it go. Right. So if I don't have it, I'm not gonna speak on it.
Speak too crazy.
And there's a lot of shit I got on a lot of people, but they ain't never did nothing to me.
Is there anything that you might have put out there that you kind of regret putting out there, or is it like, hey, this is a business in a way?
No, not really. It's listen, bro. We put a lot out there on a lot of people, and people think the shit we put out there is it. But 600 to tell you, like even on Big U, it's some shit we ain't put out there. Some devastating, crazy, sick, sadistic shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some things we don't say, we leave it where it's at until you want to start playing that game. And even then, we'll whisper in your ear to let you know we know.
Got it. Just so you know.
And then, hopefully you'll just go your way. Like, we're not tripping, but we ain't doing it to blackmail nobody. But in this game, this is how we playing, right? And I could look up, right? And they might say, yo, somebody going at bro, right? And I look, I be like, oh shit, this clown. I'm gonna hear bro, hey bro, you know what you got, you want it? If you fuck with me or any of my people I fuck with, and we got it, we gonna expose you. Straight up.
But I know that you're also a type of individual that if it's somebody you with, you give them an opportunity first.
Oh no, if it's like, say like if somebody send me something on you, I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to you. I'm not gonna ask you no questions about it. I'm gonna let you see where it come from. If I f with you, I'm not gonna gather nothing on you. If somebody sends me something on you and we good, right? I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to you. You're gonna see where it come from, what they saying, what it is. If you wanna call me back and talk about it, that's your business. But I'm not gonna call you and ask you what that is. However you wanna deal with it, you deal with it. I'm gonna tell you why. If I say I'm good with you, nobody's gonna never be able to come to you and show you they sent me something on you and I ain't brought to your attention. Because at that point in time, you gotta wonder what I'm up to.
Yeah, now you flow.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a bunch of people that'll tell you that, like, bro, if Wack with you, somebody says something and boom. And at that point in time, if I'm with you, I'm gonna go to war with you. I mean, I fell victim to selective politicking with defending my people.
Of course.
It's a fact.
It's gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it's somebody with, and I know that I can help soften the blow, I'm gonna do my part. And this is why you build your team. You gotta build your team, bro, with this, because things happen, things come up. So now it's like you look up, you didn't have a bad night, crazy shit happen. Do you gotta worry about Wack exploiting it? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you gotta worry about, I ain't gotta worry about academics of Vlad, No Jumper, 600, all these dudes I may with exploiting it. And even if they do speak on it, they gonna water it down. Because we gotta protect one another.
Yeah, correct.
You know what I'm saying? We all tools in each other's toolbox. You get what I'm saying? And this just how this politics, bro. This shit ain't nothing but legalized thugging legally
and making bread.
Like who's your team? Who's your team? You know what I'm saying? So we ain't just out there bothering people, but we know we the hunted. So we gotta be prepared.
I was gonna say, so what's, and this would have been good for Charleston too, but what's the price of going viral?
Well, I'm gonna be real. I don't know about Charleston, but I don't think about going viral. I just do what I do. It goes viral. I don't sit back and say I'm gonna do this, we gonna do that. We just do what we do. Whatever we own, that's what we do. And I mean, you get to a point where everybody's waiting for you to do it anyway. You get what I'm saying? So I don't sit back and we plot going viral. I just
do what you do.
Yeah.
You see me show up today.
Yeah.
Right? We ain't had no damn pre-planning. Come on, let's get it out the way. Right? That shit you got's gonna go viral. It's gone. And we just sat here, we chilling.
Yeah.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't sit here and try to.
One thing about you is you're extremely calculated. You be paying attention.
Oh yeah, I mean, you gotta remember I come up in an era, bro, where you had to read the room.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it was the chow hall, the day room, a gambling room, an alley, the project, you had to read the room. You pulling down the street, you got just standing at the corners, you know what I'm saying? You gotta read the room. And it's just something that you naturally do. You don't even think about doing it. You don't mean nothing by it. You know what I'm saying? Certain things about me is automatic. I come to your crib, I'm a bag in. I trust you, but shit, okay, what's the possibilities of something going wrong? Okay, well, how could you better your chances of getting up out of here? This just, it's natural. I didn't even think about it.
Just being smart.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was crazy. What's great about y'all driveways, unlike California, ain't no curves, right? So it don't matter where you can get out of here. Right? So, you don't think it's just a natural thing. We ain't looking for no problems. We just ain't running from nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the building of relationships is very important these days.
Facts. Now, with you and I, for instance, this is something that I wanted to get going for a long time. And it really came together from the Krishan interview.
You did some clout chasing shit.
I didn't do no clout chasing shit. You know why I didn't do no clout chasing shit? Because I avoided what we spoke about.
You gonna keep it real?
What happened?
I avoided the conversation.
I'm talking to him in his DM first. I'm like, in his DM, right? So I asked a few questions. Why he didn't this, that, right?
About the interview.
Bitch, me and him talking. I go to sleep, wake up. He's on the internet. Yeah. I'm coming to you live from Florida. I got a DM for a certain individual. I ain't gonna say no name. I say, look at
no, I didn't. Come on now. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the real story. Hold on, let me get the camera for a second. Let me tell you the real story. Everybody was making it a thing that he's done nothing but attack that girl. So
me?
Yeah. So I said, on the live, I said, look, I'll be honest with you. I had a conversation with him. That ain't what he said. He said, great interview. And he asked me a couple questions, which I didn't say. And I was like, and he ain't go on there because she has her fans. She has a hardcore fan base that we've seen. They fuck with us. They fuck with her super heavy. And I was like, he didn't do that. That's not what he did. And that's why I said, like, I know that they had a little clip up there, but the whole video was like, he ain't.
You got fans too. They was wearing your ass out.
Yeah. Oh
them
my
Jaden
God.
fans was
But
wearing.
For me,
Shout out Jaden.
You gotta understand, I'm a troll too. So for me, that was beautiful.
Yo,
for me, it's beautiful.
How many times they killed your monetization?
Nah, they didn't. They didn't. Early on. I tell you what. Early on, when we titled Krishan
you know how this
Rock,
shit worked too.
When we titled Krishan Rock, it immediately went limited. It killed the monetization on the video.
Did it?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I had to keep like trying to re-upload it and tweaking the name and shit like that. But they immediately it was like limit. But after the review, it went through, and you know how that shit goes.
Yeah. I may dislike something you say, disagree, but I don't, man, that's too much energy to be disliking somebody like that, bro. It's way too much energy. People really think, and I hate to like kill them off. They put a lot of time in their thumbnails and creating and editing the little fake content. I don't never hear it. I don't surf the internet unless somebody sends it to me or I happen to be on my Instagram and it pops up. I don't see it.
I don't be knowing half the shit that's going on. I don't know.
It's a good place.
Yeah, because it's not like you DM me sitting there trashing somebody.
No.
And that's the general consensus from all of the fans that
And
she
honestly,
has.
I'm gonna be real with you, right? I'm gonna tell you what fucked me up. I thought by the look of your setup that you were bigger than what your numbers are. Which lets me know you're gonna get there.
We get that a lot.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We get that a lot.
That's what made me respond. Because when I saw it, my mind said this is a credible situation. Because I didn't really know too much about you, right?
Yeah.
So I knew the name, Dan's, I knew the name, right? I knew it. And it was like, I'm like, okay, this is people from Florida. This is a big platform. So when I started I said, oh, bro still building. So you gonna get there because of your shit. You gonna get there.
I appreciate
because the perception is already there.
That was what I wanted to add. One of the things I wanted to ask you. What was your initial perception of our channel?
That it was
because I don't know how you came across this, if it was a Charleston video.
No, I don't know. It was just like on some Instagram, your clips or shit, right? I ain't gonna lie, when I seen it, it took me to Drink Champs.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we used to drink.
your
We used to
layout.
drink heavy too.
No, your layout, like it. You know what I'm saying?
Look calm.
The persona of it. I said, oh, they got this. You know, usually somebody got some shit going on like that. It's a big situation, right? So when I looked, I said, oh, bro, still growing. That let me know that it's gonna happen.
Let's go.
Now, as a parent, do you have a daughter?
Yeah.
As a parent, right? When you think about somebody like Krishan, and she was speaking on the shit that she went through as a child and the upbringing, and a lot of bad shit happened, which a lot of people tell me about all these things that Carlissa is saying, and I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I don't with her because I feel like Blueface went through a lot of shit coming up that caused him to have a lot of issues that he faces in his life as well. I think
what issues does Blueface face? You think?
I think Blueface has an upbringing that caused him to just have a little bit of anger in him, a little bit of mistrust issues. I don't think that, right? Like let's say your kids were already popping. They already made a name for themselves. I know that you probably wouldn't want to get in front of the cam and try to take their shadow, take their light. You know
That came later.
Yeah.
And it was at one point in time, she didn't understand that. Blueface would say, my mother should be the mother of a celebrity, not a celebrity mother.
Yeah.
But Carlissa wanted it the way she wanted it, and you know, she's got to where she is. I will say that, and I got to give her props as a single mother, right? Is that she did her job as a single mother. Blueface got to college. He left college on his own. He left and he had other ambitions. Nephew was a very strong-minded individual. Here's the thing about when you say you feel a certain way about the way somebody's upbringing. A lot of us had the same upbringing. It's on you to make certain decisions.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Danger, man. God damn, man. One thing about it, you be sugarcoating the fuck out of shit to be from New York. And definitely from the town. Ain't no way you like to talk about how you felt about Blueface. And when he asked you how, and you couldn't answer. And if it's that you couldn't answer, or you just, I don't know, maybe felt uncomfortable to answer because he asked you. I'm not really sure, but this shit different, y'all.
Probably wouldn't want to get in front of the cam to try to take their shadow, take their light.
Let's go.
Now, as a parent, do you have a daughter?
Yeah.
As a parent,
Watch how
right?
you
When
get
you
around
think
the
about
foot.
somebody like Krishan, and she was speaking on the shit that she went through as a child and the upbringing, and a lot of bad shit happened, which a lot of people tell me about all these things that Carlissa is saying, and I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I don't with her because I feel like Blueface went through a lot of shit coming up that caused him to have a lot of issues that he faces in his life as well. I think
what issues does Blueface face? You think?
I think Blueface has an upbringing that caused him to just have a little bit of anger in him, a little bit of mistrust issues. I don't think that.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Man, speak your mind, bro. Fuck that nigga Wack.
Right, like let's say your kids were already popping.
You about to change the subject, bro. Literally, he asked you what issues. You about to go on the fact of Blueface disliking the fact that his mother might be in the way of his shine. No. Wack want to know about what you meant by the issues that Blueface may have. Y'all motherfuckers crazy, man.
They already made a name for themselves. I know that you probably wouldn't want to get in front of the cam to try to take their shadow, take their light. You know
That came later.
Yeah.
And it was at one point in time, she didn't understand that. Blueface would say, my mother should be the mother of a celebrity, not a celebrity mother.
Yeah.
But Carlissa wanted it the way she wanted it, and you know, she's got to where she is. I will say that, and I got to give her props as a single mother, right? Is that she did her job as a single mother. Blueface got to college. He left college on his own. He left and he had other ambitions. Nephew is a very strong-minded individual. Here's the thing about when you say you feel a certain way about the way somebody's upbringing. A lot of us had the same upbringing. It's on you to make certain decisions. You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to decisions that involve doing things that you know is gonna bring something to another individual. See, at this point, it ain't got nothing to do with the upbringing. That got something to do with your decisions.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? When I was young, coming up, it was a lot of decisions that I made. I'm like, nah, don't do that, bro. Do it that, or he ain't deserving of that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, well, I'll let that happen, or I made that decision because of my upbringing. You get what I'm saying?
They
So
say you can use that till you're 18, and then it's on you.
That's what
it's
I'm
your
saying.
responsibility to break the cycle, change the
so
curves.
at what point in time do you say you're responsible for your decisions? You know right from wrong. I don't believe. You know, she's very calculated. She's intelligent in her own way. You know, intelligent is gauged in different forms. Can she go take algebra 3 tests and pass it? Probably not. But if you threw her in somewhere and told her to survive, can she figure it out? Definitely. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, Carlissa, and she's getting better at it. And I tell her that.
Hi, my name is Tami, and I would like to give you a few reasons why you should consider dating a young Asian lady. You can choose a potential spouse from Vietnam, the Philippines, Thailand.
You can't blame her for your son's decisions. Ultimately, regardless of what it is, whether you agree with it or not, that's his decision. You know what I'm saying? As a parent, you're going to disagree with a lot that your children do. But you can't turn around and say, well, that person, because it is. Now, there are other things that have went on that the world probably is not privy to, that she knows when it comes down to things possibly that could have went on with her son because of people's decisions. And for that, she's going to always dislike that person. You get what I'm saying? Of course. We in a situation where they had a physical altercation, right? For that, you know, and I asked Blue, a lot of people like say Blueface was wrong for that. And when I asked Nephew, he said, yo, bro, she kept taking jabs at her. They both grown women. At some point, I had to let my woman be a woman, because that's what you want. And let them, he said, I don't know, I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm taking it that it only went so far before he stopped it. But that goes back to everybody knowing their place. Because I'm gonna be real, my girl's daddy can't talk to me crazy. I'm gonna sock your ass out. I'm gonna like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Stop that.
Yeah, like, bro,
Let's not go
you
there.
ain't finna keep, you know what I'm saying? At some point, I'm gonna get mad as a man, right? So, it's a lot going on over there, and I just really feel like whatever your relationship with your son, let that be that. Whatever nephew relationship is with her, let that be that. It's been a struggle for me, but I gotta accept the fact we do this business. That ain't my business. and he respects the fact not to bring that into me and his business.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
And that's the
she
understanding.
was over there in that home. I got power of attorney to everything of Blue Faces, the home and everything. But that was his decision. I didn't abuse that and say, because I got this paperwork, I'm going to go put you out. That's who he want there. He had his pops overseeing things. Cool. Whether I liked it or not. And why would I care? Because I've never spent a night in his home in my life. So at this point, why would I care who he wants in his home? So at that point, I'm kind of overstepping my boundaries. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody got to know how to stay in their lane. Blueface gonna love his mother one way. He gonna love his significant other another way. And he gonna respect and love his homies and comrades and business partners another way. I'm not trying to gain the love of his mother or the love of his significant other. That ain't my place to do that, right?
Yeah.
My thing is to continue to build our relationship as we are as men.
Now, I know that you have opinions about Krishan, about certain things, but other than that, do you think like, because the way I look at it, I'm somebody that came up from the hood, similar upbringing, tough upbringing, and you know, I got sisters, 3 of them. I got a daughter. And the way I look at it is, you know, when toxic situations happen, it's usually like both of the parties that like sticking together and they kind of figure out their bond through that.
Yeah.
Do you have like you don't see any positives in it, or it's just like a bad situation?
Well, you know, with me is because it's the things I know and the things I've seen. And out of respect to nephew, I turn a blind eye to things and I just make sure he's safe and he's all right. That I can't never let my guard down when it comes to that because of what I know, what I've heard, what I've seen, what I've read, plots, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta respect nephew's hand. So I'm gonna stay farther enough away where I'm not in his way, but close enough to catch him and protect him if something come his way.
Yeah.
So as far as me ever having a comfort zone with that, it'll never happen. You know what I'm saying? It just can't happen because of what I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with shit that been a possible threat to livelihoods and lives and freedom and shit, you know, you can't ignore that. The minute you ignore that, it happens again. And keep pitching that ball, nigga, you gonna eventually hit it.
Yeah. Word. A lot of people on the comment sections are trying to, you know, make everything about her past significant other's death. They're trying to pin it on her in comment sections. Do you think that's like a possibility, or is it just reaching?
You talking about the young man that died?
Yeah.
Shit, hey man, I didn't really know him. He was reaching out to me, wanted me to interview him. I told him I was Team Blueface. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Only thing I know is that when she stole the G-Wagon, that's who she was headed to. I do know that he was there during the birth of the child. I do know they was interacting with one another. As far as what was going on in his life, who he had issues with, beefs with, I couldn't tell you. Now, her sister kind of said some, or insinuated some things.
Yeah.
And law enforcement has been real quiet about that investigation. So I would hope not, you know, I hope not, but you know, what happens in the dark gonna come to the light.
Facts. Now, you obviously are somebody that had a relationship with some of the most pivotal people in the industry, from Suge Knight, Big U, Game, obviously, which a lot of us come to know you from when we were fans of Game and when he was out there dropping music, especially when you took Stitches out of his shoes.
Shout out to Stitches, that's my partner, man.
For real?
Oh, you fuck with him?
partner. Yeah, he called me at least once, twice a month. Ever since then, I mean, when they lined Stitches up. One of our own sent Stitches at us. And told him if he go do this, he can get some clout. And never warned him about who the team was.
That's a big boy too.
Like, you know, but I mean, shit, you know, we come from where we come from. I tell people, bro, I ain't never seen a bench press with his chin. 600, what it take? 3-4 pounds of pressure for the chin? That's it. I ain't, you can get to that chin. You know what I'm saying? You know, I used to back on 315, my nigga. So I know I'm gonna deliver. If I land that, and I'm screwing and overhand and everything I'm throwing. So if that motherfucker land, your ass is in trouble.
Get out the way.
And being you short niggas, you know if we landed and don't knock you, if we wobble you, we taking you to the earth.
That's what I always tell people. I'm not fucking sitting there fist fighting.
No, I'm not boxing nobody. I'm not doing what you mean. I'm trying to get you out the way. When that don't work, we going to the dirty shit.
The first thing he said to me when he pulled up, it was a short motherfucker.
Boy, short motherfucker, call it nothing. Look, bald head people can talk about bald head people. Big nose people can talk about big nose people. Short people can talk about short people.
Yeah.
You know, that's a whole little thing.
Yeah, you fucking
But nah, man, you know, salute to Krisha, man. You know, her and her continued success. And look to seem like she's trying to find herself. And you know, whatever, and in her endeavors.
I just got paid $60,000 for my car crash from using this app on my phone. And I don't know if you could see this, but it's called the Case Connect company.
Yeah.
You know, I think he should get out and take some time to himself. He's dealing with parole. A lot of the antics and shit that went on can't go on. And to violate him, I think he should take some time to himself to see if that's what he wants. You know, but other than that, man, you know, close some of the open doors, you know, get some of the things figured out so people really know what's what. And other than that, man, shit, keep living and whatever, wherever the crossroads cross, and that's what it is.
I'm imagining that you still speak to him. You still have conversation with him.
Yeah.
Is he in good spirits right now?
Yeah, he really doing his time because he really don't be on the phone that much. He call you, he be real brief about what he doing. He focused. You know, he coming home this year. You know what I mean? So, that's one situation that bothered me. It broke me down because I didn't want that for him. I was trying hard to keep him from having to go through what he's going through. And, you know, for a while I blamed myself. And I used to be on him. Like, he'll tell you, I was on him. I'm like, bro, I know where it's going to lead. I mean, I beat like 5-6 cases. Y'all watch me beat some shit, freeway shootings, attempted murders. I was beating shit. But the more I beat it, nephew like, shit, you just go get me out of it. I'm like, yo, bro, it don't work like that. You got to slow down, man. So it's like, it really, it bothered me that, you know, he was actually in custody and actually in the county jail and doing time. I kind of felt like I failed him, and everybody like, Wack, bro should be doing 20 years by now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't really wear it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, but you know, he on his way back.
They did some type of interview with him, and he actually looked like he was in good spirits.
Yeah.
Like he been working out a little bit. He was talking about just keeping his mind right and.
Yeah, you're gonna find yourself in there, or it's gonna find you.
Well, that's what he said. He said, "You do the time, you don't let the time do you."
Exactly.
And so that lets you know he probably speaking to the right people too.
I told him that a long time ago. He said, "How did you do all the time you did?" I said, "I did the time. I didn't let it do me." And it's probably a lot of things revisiting his subconscious, you know, that I told him as he's sitting there. You know what I mean? But you know, he's a very. I used to tell him he's the smartest dummy I know.
Man, that's the worst though, because it's like I want to help you, but I can't do it for you.
He's highly intelligent, but he's gonna test the waters. Blueface is going to test the waters.
Yeah.
Just because say, he gonna say, well, maybe you ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
That's nephew. You know what I'm saying? Gotta love you.
Now, back to the game. We know that the game had what seemed to be a very simple case that put him in a real bad situation financially, and they're now forcing him to sell the mansion, which I believe is like under your name. He's got to sell a $9 million mansion.
No, I think I think a judgment is on him. This really is a case. Really, it was crazy because it ain't like he ducked court. He was his dentist physician told him not to fly because he just did a bunch of crazy, I don't know, root canal, whatever he did, some surgeries. The dentist even sent a letter in to the judge, called the judge. Judge said he wasn't hearing it and ruled it against him. You know, the original thing was only for $2 million.
Yeah.
And because they feel like he didn't show up to Chicago, they shot it to $7 million. You know, this shit been going on over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So
I thought he had made some posts afterwards that the judge ain't like, acting like he was partying later or something like that.
No, I really don't. See, here goes the thing. When I got that property, nothing about her she wasn't there. 40 Glock was there. I had to, whenever you go buy something, you got to clear title. You know that, so anything that's there, you got to clear it. You can't. It was 40 Glock was there. It was like maybe 2-3 liens. Maybe about 40 Glock was like 180. It was maybe like $230,000 of things that I had to clear, which I cleared them. And we went through 2 phases of it, a hard money loan stage to obtain the property, and then the conventional, because you can't stand, had hard money interest rate crazy. Then the conventional, so we had to clear title twice. And she was never there.
She ain't supposed to even know about the property.
She wasn't there, so whatever she was doing, maybe her legal team was slipping. I don't know. I don't know what she had up. I don't know the lady. You know what I'm saying? So to see what really went on is kind of like an injustice, because it's like they attacking something that had nothing to do with nothing.
Just trying to get them wherever they can.
Yeah, wherever. It ain't like he ain't paid her no money. I mean, she didn't collect it.
But wait,
$2 million.
How do you stay ahead of all this? Between Ray J, between Game, between Blue, how do you keep your head on straight?
Well, all my artists, believe it or not, they're self-sustained bosses themselves.
But they all crazy.
Yeah. Well, I understand them all, and I know when I gotta watch Ray J. I know when I need to get up under him. Game is pretty much on autopilot. Yeah. If you think about it, this been really his only mishap. And you know what I'm saying? And it's one of these situations. We look at what's going on amongst our people. We look at the Cassie Diddy thing. Before this trial started and the questioning started, everybody looking at Diddy like, oh, you foul. But now when she gets up there and the actual evidence comes out, he ain't as foul. This is what they was doing together. So,
he's kind of foul for letting her rub come on his nipples.
Yeah, but we don't know if that's true or not, because you got to remember, we're in a situation. Diddy went wrong when he took Young Miami and did what he did with her and put the light on her. That's what she got mad, because that's what she already wanted.
What it was.
So do I think Diddy had her screwing another dude while he watching? Yes. Do I think he was in the corner masturbating while he watching? Yes. Do I think he was giving instruction? Yes. Right? Do I think he gave instructions on what he wanted to see them do? Yes. Now, the thing is, then he calls me into another room and asks me to rub cum on his nipples. I think that's her little 5%. Let me embarrass your punk ass because I'm mad at you. Because check this out. If he's doing all this in front of him, what the hell he got to go to another room for? He's telling them, shoot it here, do this.
Right.
Take the condom, right? So you don't got to go to another room and say, okay, now.
We already knee deep in some bullshit.
That's
also to probably make her husband feel a little bit better too, right? Like he's got to be going through it.
Well, now her husband ain't, because it says in there, he was still hitting her while she was FaceTiming. So
that shit confused the fuck out of me, because did they FaceTime and they just talked and act like nothing was going on?
It was probably behind it. Man, we all done did some crazy shit.
Yeah, word.
I didn't been hitting something while they on the phone, what they do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just keep talking to them. I'm whispering in the back. Right? I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's how it goes.
Maybe he had something going on, but at the end of the day, a lot of people, and it was crazy because people always like to leave Game out of the conversation. Who's the top 5? Who's the top 10? Who's done things for the community? Who's done things for the children? You know what I'm saying? They always leave him out. And I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He took the West when the West was dead and brought it back.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So
back by Dre, back.
be too sentimental. Crack the forehead, pick the middle. How? I don't wanna be too detrimental. Thinking about the thought I can't get out. Shit, see conversations with the shower head, cause he don't judge me. And 2 hours to get this shit off, least I'm smelling lovely. That wake up on my teeth make me feel better, comfy, cozy. Relaxation just feel better with a little money. Too much thinking, too much stressing, too much people pleasing efforts, too much saying with a smile. Truth is, can I tell the truth? I only fuck with you bitches. I make decisions with a vengeance. I lace up my shoes with intention, make constant decisions to stand up on business. Bad, bad, bad. See all these little voices in my voice gon' drive a bitch insane. As I'm talking, feel exhausted, think a bitch gon' pop a vein. Do my lines in the bathroom, still my thoughts on crack cocaine. That's so hard, I take jokes, damn you got me Kurt Cobain. And I'm a bad bitch, y'all can't kill me. 3-5-4 from y'all here, but y'all don't feel me. Send me my ego, we straight, yeah we 20. Send me my twin, we gon' fill the whole damn building. Bad, 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 bad. Brain. Too much aching, too much stressing, too much people pleasing, efforts, too much saying with a smile. Truth is, I only fuck with you bitches. I make decisions with a vengeance. I lace up my shoes with intention, make constant decisions, stand up on business.
This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system. Intelligent, adaptive, effortless. It doesn't replace your bed, it transforms it. Pod 5 listens and responds to your needs in real time, adjusting temperature, elevation, and sound while you sleep. Built to give you all-night comfort with an adaptive sleep surface that fits onto any mattress to personalize temperature, so you and your partner sleep just the way you like. Pod 5 features a new hydro-powered blanket that wraps you in full-body immersive temperature, giving you double the cooling and heating coverage. No more overheating, cold wake-ups, or blanket wars. Just deep, uninterrupted sleep. Plus, a base that lifts to automatically ease snoring, shifts to zero gravity for full-body restoration, and now features integrated surround sound to help you fall asleep and stay asleep longer. Select how you would like to unwind, with white noise, nature sounds, or exclusive content from Dr. Andrew Huberman. And when morning comes, no jarring alarms, just warmth, a soft vibration, and gentle sounds, waking you when you're ready the way nature intended it to be. 3 elements, infinite personalizations, giving you exceptional sleep without exception. Contactless sensors in the pod track your heart rate, breathing, sleep stages, and more. And it uses artificial intelligence to go beyond just tracking. It learns from your data and optimizes your environment in real time to keep you in deep sleep for longer. The new Health Check is a breakthrough in passive preventative health. Without any wearables, the pod quietly monitors cardiovascular and respiratory health during sleep. Using clinical-grade precision, it leverages the hours that you spend on your bed to conduct a review of your health every night. Designed for anyone who won't settle for just okay sleep. This is Pod 5, the only way you should sleep.
Yeah, Cool and Dre, yeah, them was our brothers over there. We can't even give them no money. We need a studio for 2 weeks. How much? You just give us the key. They won't take no money from us.
That's good peoples right
there. Yeah, right. You know, our brothers for a long time, but you know, I believe that, you know, it's a minor setback for a major comeback.
But for Game, is it because he just doesn't ask for it?
He shouldn't have to ask for it because he earned it.
Because he don't showboat it. He doesn't do content, really. He's not posting on his story.
No, he earned it. I mean, you know, he didn't been in this game 20 years plus. You know, he's one of our cats off the West Coast that can still go overseas and do a 30, 40-day run and do it how he want to do it, when he wants to do it, work when he wants to work. He only gives the industry 180 days a year. The other 6 months he dedicates solely primarily to his family.
Kid and daughter.
You know what I'm saying? To his children. So, you know, he'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? He's dealt with worse. He'll be all right. You know, he's a survivor. You know what I mean? I didn't seen him dog peddling before, and then turn into the dog. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he'll be all right.
That might be
Chuck Taylor. He'll be all right.
Some of his best shit was when his back against the wall and he got that burden.
So,
when there was a story that you possibly reunited 50 and Game at a club, and then only for 50 to turn around and diss him again?
Yeah, me and Monster, shout out Monster. He used to be in security. We put that together. And then I was working with Uncle Murder to kind of solidify it and get a tour going.
Shout out to Uncle Murder.
And, you know, I think I got a little too happy about it. Understanding 50 the way I understand him, it was only gonna go so far. You know, if 50 feels you did disrespected a bidding once, he's never gonna do it all the way with you again. That's just him.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't take that from him. So no, they definitely talked about 15, 20 minutes. I went to Monster. I said, Monster, Game want to have a conversation with 50. I said, right, we're in the strip club, how that's gonna happen? I said, well, I'm gonna bring him over here to you. So you gonna bring him to me? All them niggas? I said, nah, just me and him. This is what we gonna do. You gonna stand behind Game and I'm gonna stand behind Monster, 50, and let him talk. And I said, you gonna come over here, you and Game, I'm gonna stand behind Game. Yeah. He wouldn't holler at 50. 50 looked at me, because I had 50 relates to me through me and K Slay's relationship. A lot of people don't know that 50 helped Slay launch the Straight Stud magazine. You know what I'm saying? We invested in that at an early stage. So that's how that happened. And they talked. I can't tell you what they talked about, but they talked about 10, 15 minutes. And we ran into each other again at a show in San Bernardino. Uncle Murder was with him on this movement. And it was good. The energy was good. And I started trying to put together a tour situation. And I don't know what happened. Out of nowhere, I woke up and 50 just dissed it.
Yeah. 50 being 50.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Sounds about right.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it was what it was, man. It was worth a shot.
Right.
Top 5 just recently got arrested. You know, I know there's been a lot of words that have gone back and forth.
You talking about the little dude? Yeah, I don't know. He's a clout. He's sitting in Canada. His biggest claim to fame was he's Drake's man. I had to remind him, you got kicked in the ass and mushed in the face. So I don't want to hear the gangster shit. I don't want to hear I was 19. Niggas was laying shit down at 12 where I come from. Mm-hmm. And what he does, he'll just say a name. He texts my phone for 2 weeks. Hey, brother, please, can we interview? Hey, big homie. And when I wouldn't feed into that, then it went to something else.
Fuck you, right.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't know nothing about, I guess I don't know, he caught a case or something. I didn't know about his first case. I didn't even know who he was till he started texting me and talking crazy about Kendrick Lamar. Some little dude, he looked like he about 130 pounds, little dude, you know, so. But for what the internet is, I mean, I can't hate on him. He making his move, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Now he's streaming with Kanye.
Yeah, you know, like I'm saying, he went at Ye. Yeah. It worked for him. He went at Ye. Let me see if Ye respond. It worked for him. So he's sitting in Canada and doing what people down here in the States can't do.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I get what he's doing, but there's no seriousness. I don't know this dude or what type of. Best believe if he has some paperwork or something tied to me, it'll be out. I think they was confusing me giving Drake warning about you need to get away from this dude because he's doing some reckless shit, which he is and was, and
Were you warning Drake or were you warning top 5 when you
I
said
was
that?
warning Drake. I don't give a fuck about him. I got a relationship with Drake.
Yeah.
I'm telling Drake, but what your brand is and what it is, how he's acting and shit he's doing with people on these phones. You need to get away from that. He's flashing his jewelry. Whoop gave me this. I'll do this for this, for this. We gonna do this to this person for him and all this and doing shit.
Yeah.
And let's just say something happens. That ain't Drake's. That ain't his shit. That ain't what he do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like if your man close to you is wilding out on some crazy shit, I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, you may want to distance yourself. Your man is wilding.
Take down your whole operation.
When you said you had shit on a hard drive, were you saying you had shit at top 5 or when you saying shit you had shit on Drake?
Top 5 hit somebody and did and said and was doing some crazy shit. So I seen it. They wanted to do something else with it. I'm like, nah, don't do that. Because that, it'd have been a situation.
Yeah.
So my thing is, yo, bro, what if I wouldn't have gotten in the middle of that? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if I wouldn't have gotten in the middle of that? So I'm like, yo, Drake, you may want to get away from dude. He not right for what you doing.
You got a relationship with Birdman?
Yeah, that's my brother.
If Birdman ever hit you and was like, yo, I need you to set up Drake, Kendrick, they got to go sit down together, is that something that you'd be able to do?
Looking for a broker that can match your drive and ambition? Don't settle for second best. Discover an elevated trading experience with Forex.com, the #1 broker in the US, and unlock the tools, platform, and data you need to realize your potential. 80+ FX pairs, superior execution, super tight spreads, professional grade charting, analysis, and real-time commentary. Competitive pricing with no nasty surprises or hidden charges. All backed by StoneX, the financial giant with a century of market excellence. Isn't it time you looked out for #1? Join Forex.com today.
Yeah, he wouldn't have to call me and Top Dog and Birdman. We talk weekly, monthly. That ain't. Yeah, that wasn't never gonna go nowhere because we all on the phone. That was just a rap battle. That was gonna go as far as it went.
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick's mind was on geared to rapping. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if that's what needed to happen, it could always happen. Is we all on the line together.
Yeah. One of the biggest, for me coming up, one of my biggest inspirations was Nipsey. From back in 2011, I started listening to him a lot.
You a diehard fan.
Yeah.
To be over in Florida to say that you're a diehard fan.
Buffalo, New York. So even crazier, right? Like, but I was the shit that really got me that like I became a super fan was I like Hustlers, and when he sold that $100 album, and I was like, that's dope that he's able to actually sell that. I remember Jay-Z bought like 1,000 copies of that shit. Going through all that, I was in church, and my brother-in-law had shot me a text and saying, I bet Dance is gonna get mad as hell and talk shit because Nipsey got gunned down. So when I had walked out, that's the first text I seen. I'm like, Nipsey got gunned down by who? I remember seeing that shit. Somebody that, like, as an entrepreneur really inspired me. His music was always talking about that hustling shit. Like, you know what I mean? You could hear certain type of shit when you listen to somebody that it ain't about this, it's about that. There was that story that came out with Loose Cannon saying Big U gave a phone call to him, said he's already gone. Before he was gone, Loose called him. Did you believe that story? Do you believe it's factual?
I didn't know what to believe, because I knew they was hanging real tough. Me and 600 pressed him for the content. I think he ended up sending us a screenshot of some crazy shit. 600 went crazy, like, yo, bro, we ain't asked you for no motherfucking screenshot. 600 a real technical dude.
Yeah.
He like looking at the positioning of the picture. He didn't screenshot somebody else. He didn't FaceTime. He didn't measure how far that shit to be away. And he like, ain't none of this right? But again, I think Loose Cannon and Top 5 are the same person when it comes to saying shit. if it gets a reaction. And that's what the internet, once upon a time, it was based off of people giving actual and factual information about certain times and events that people didn't know. Now it's about, it don't matter if it sounds
pure clout, pure clicks.
Straight up, fuck it, he said it. You ain't gotta have no proof, you ain't gotta have nothing, he said it. Look at 607 Up. Look at what's this other crazy motherfucker, the light-skinned dude. Be running around saying crazy shit. The light-skinned dude, he talking about he done had sex with Diddy and this dude. Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown's a crazy man.
But everybody know everything coming out his mouth some bullshit. But people watch it.
People believe him. They worship him.
Yeah, so I mean,
his ass.
Are they wrong?
I beat Orlando Brown's ass.
We watched Tyler Perry. We watched Tyler Perry play Madea. We knew that was a man.
Yeah.
And it was funny to us. So, you know, I mean, hey, if it's working for him, you know what I'm saying? It's working for him. I don't think I could do it because I pride myself on having some credibility of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And that's one thing that, like, although all the people that could come at you and for saying shit, like even then, I think what happened with the Taxstone interview, what I was saying in there was like, Wack be saying a lot of shit and he don't be having to prove it, a lot of it. Because some of the times you, like you just mentioned here, a lot of the times you don't have to get further into it unless somebody presses you about it. Like, unless it's an issue.
I'll give a person that, listen, look, down, check this real shit, right? You say you from Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
So let's say we start going out on the internet and one of your old friends up there got some shit.
Yeah.
And he sends it to me, right? And you used to date this girl named Sherry. And you know you and Sherry had a few situations, right? And you might have stole Sherry's car and did some other foul shit, right? And I say, Daz, go ahead on, bro. Well, we have a discussion about Sherry. You know how the fuck he know about Sherry. What does he know? Could he know some shit that may be damaging? Okay, let me watch him for a couple days. He ain't said nothing else. All right, let me leave him alone. Right?
Facts.
This is real shit. I know what to say to a person to let a motherfucker know
what's going on.
I know. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, Suge. Remember when the little Suge Jr. dude was telling Ray J, let's fight? A couple months ago, right? Like, let's fight.
Yeah.
And I felt like Suge sent him at him. He said about what you said about my father, right? Ray J didn't tell no lies about his father. I put up the contract, put everything, but you heard what I said? I said, Ray J will give you the fight only if you provide the blood test that Suge is your father. Everybody got quiet.
Let's play. Well.
See, because now we talking about an era that y'all too young to know what I'm talking about. And then I put up a photo the next morning. Everybody my age and older called me. Hell, Wack, why you do that? Y'all didn't know who that was, but I knew who that was. And she knows who that was, and he knows who that was. The son don't know who that was. Yeah, that's your real daddy. She got very quiet. He went away. So I left it alone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So some of us know shit that y'all just don't know. Y'all wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I play it and I don't fire the whole clip. You know what I'm saying? If I can get you, bro. If I can get an intruder away from my home with a shot or two, cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to answer no questions about the body. I ain't got to go do no crazy shit. And then he know you can't go over there. Niggas in there strapped. Niggas got cameras. The dogs start barking. We're going to rob another house. Cool.
Where did it go wrong between you and Suge?
When Reggie Wright, crazy, that's my brother, but he did right. He woke me up. When Suge was locked down, he was going through some shit. He had some financial problems. And I buried his mother. You know, he ain't had the money. And I'm talking about the repast, the casket, the dress, you name it, everything. Food, all that. So I guess Suge gets on the phone with somebody else, and he talking about me like a dog. Reggie had the recordings, sent me the recordings. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a lot of shit we got on Suge. I don't play it because Reggie asked me not to.
I'm sure, man.
We got all kind of crazy ass shit that, you know what I'm saying? We kind of keep it where it's at, and You know, just leave us alone, bro, and go your way. You know what I'm saying? He already up against it. He's sick. He ill. You know, he's very ill. Remember, I told y'all this. If he doesn't make it out of there, the cause and reason for his death is going to be shocking. Oh, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hopefully he makes it out of there. If he does make it out of there,
you think he'll ever get out of there?
He got 9 more years. You know what I'm saying? If God willing and his body performs and it don't shut down on him, you know what I'm saying? Is, you know, karma's a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
What?
And karma's a motherfucker, and God willing, if his body don't shut down to him, rest in peace, Eazy-E. You know, maybe he'll make it out of there.
Settle out.
I want to see how the industry reacts. Suge Knight.
You know what I'm saying? The cold part about it, that went over all y'all.
No, it didn't go over mine. I know. You ain't hear what I just said? You ain't hear what I said? I said he just said a lot.
Come on.
Especially with Eazy.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, for real, though, rest in peace, Eazy. That's one of our greats.
He said the high five.
You know, motherfuckers was clowning about shit and making fun about shit and needles and shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I wonder if a motherfucker stand the test of a needle today.
Monday.com is the best AI for work. And here's why. Let me show you some of the mind-blowing things thousands of companies are already doing with Monday.com's AI. If you're in marketing, sending bulk emails used to take hours. Now, AI summarizes, translates, personalizes, and sends them out in seconds. Sales teams, AI finds high-value deals and handles all the manual work after calls, so teams have more time to actually close deals. Recruiting, AI sifts through hundreds of CVs, pulling the best candidates instantly, making your hiring process 10 times more efficient. That's why people love using it. Monday.com, the best AI for work.
Sheesh. Now, Tory Lanez just got stabbed up 14 times.
That's my brother.
Tory Lanez is another one of them people when I was coming up. Like, that was one of them.
That's
the
my
music
brother,
was
man. I tell the story every week.
We had the only interview with Kelsey. We sat down with her. We spoke to her. She asked me a question in that interview. She said, let me ask y'all a question and flip it on y'all real quick.
It's like
who do you
45
think
minutes.
shot her?
Hi, Dad.
And I was like, damn, like, I was like, don't ask me because I'm the honest one. Like, I don't know.
Who did you think shot her?
I said, you.
And where she's at?
And she was like, you're entitled to your opinion. I was like, but like, based off this conversation, maybe I'm wrong, but.
See, what Tory went wrong, where he didn't go wrong, is when he made that jail call and he told Kelsey that I'm sorry for everything that happened. He wasn't talking about the shooting. He talking about that I've been sexed on y'all. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking about the shooting. If you paid attention, the stylist said, I packed that gun in their bag several times, right? You know, I've been telling y'all for like 6 months to a year, Tory coming back, DNA ain't his. I've been telling y'all that. People think I'm capping. You know, it's a tape out there too, but you know, the parents of the child didn't clear. But now you got the driver, security guard coming to the table saying, I witnessed her fire 3 shots. Tory jumped out, knocked the gun out of her hand, the gun went off again. But it's 2 DNA tests that says 100% not Tory Lanez, that they never submitted to the defense attorney during the trial.
And his confidence through it said a lot to me. Like, he wasn't just regular confident. He's like, I think I could share my opinion, right? I'm an outsider. I always thought that Tory didn't want the label snitch. And he also knew that he did wrong in the fact of I fucked her and I fucked her too. So I ain't trying to do it. I'll be cleared because my shit ain't on that gun. And he was like, let's see what happens.
That's it.
And he got caught.
Yeah, he was like, when the law does its thing, they gonna see it wasn't me. But they railroaded him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they tell Tory that he don't like women.
Citizenship and all that.
Yeah, he saved a woman's life, Megan, being killed. And then he stopped a mother from going to jail, Kelsey, right? But talking to Tory when he was in there, he said, Wack, everything happened for a reason. I'm a Canadian dude in a penitentiary in California, but yet I've been able to help dozens of men get back to court on appeals on cases they've been railroading. Said, I think I'm the sacrificial lamb. I was the one needed to come back to this place to help these people who probably need to be free more than me. Said, although I'm locked up, I still make millions of dollars. I'm still cool. My kids are still taken care of, but some of these men in their family won't be good unless they're there. So he figured like maybe I was placed here. I know I'm gonna get out before 10, but maybe I was placed here to help some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got some friends that know I'm a huge Tory Lanez fan, and they're not Tory Lanez fans, and they hit me with the you know, if people really fucked with Tory in there, he got stabbed up 14 times. His people would have looked out for him. They don't care about him. If it was some beef, they got it cleared, and his people set him up.
No. That shit came from up higher up. That wasn't no prison shit. That wasn't no yard shit. That wasn't none of that. His appeal was already in. Friday, the defense attorney turns in the statement of the dude identifying Kelsey as a shooter. And Monday, he get hit by a dropout. Let me tell you something. That's a level 3 penitentiary. You have a gun tower. You got 2 correctional officers on the floor. When each wing is unlocked. In order to hit that dude 14 times, it should have been 2 or 3 people on him. It was 1 person on him. The gun tower never shot. There was no correctional officers on the floor. Nobody was there all of a sudden. You're right. So I'm listening to Tory dad talking. I believe Tory's covered because most people, he got his lungs punctured.
Yeah.
There's a tape that will be coming out. I had somebody watch the tape that's in there that gave me a description of what they was watching. Another correctional officer, I got a homeboy that worked in one institution, called one of his partners that watched the tape. Dude grabbed Tory's hoodie and started hitting him. Only thing saved Tory's life is he slid out the hoodie. No motherfucker grabbed your hoodie, he slid out of it. And when he slid out of it, he started running and dude was chasing, hitting him. And by that time, correctional officers showed up. Think about it. So where was they all? Where was the COs at when it kicked off? Where was everybody at? You know what I mean? So, you know, he survived it. I don't believe they'll send him back to the penitentiary. I believe if done right, they'll release him probably with an ankle monitor to fight his appeal. Going back to LA County is a threat. You know what I mean? Because if that DA, that case is overturned, Tory's case then becomes case law, case study. Right. And everybody that DA's convicted could come down on the appeal. Now we talking about $1 billion lawsuit. Yeah, that's worth getting rid of somebody.
Yeah.
Right. We are in America. Underestimate nothing.
Do you think that there's going to be some retaliation inside of that prison?
Definitely. That's just how they go.
Yeah.
The dude that did it, when he gets to the SHU program, they're going to take his life because he didn't complete the task.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
So like with all that is going on inside of that prison, obviously for Tory Lanez, do you feel like he'll be received well when he comes home? Like, do you think
what? He ain't never have to rap again if you don't want to. He got a movie, he got a series, his music, he got a movement. Tory Lanez been already setting up companies while he's been there. You know, Meg gonna have to pay him. Everybody gonna have to pay him.
You think Meg would ever get to a place where she could apologize to him for all this shit that happened? Or do you think that the labels are intervening?
Well, Rock Nation takes a hit. They only guilty of supporting their client. Yeah, that's a fact that I think Meg will get to a point where she'll issue an apology. I'm gonna be real. I don't think Meg even knows what happened that night.
Facts.
I think she was at a level of intoxication that she blacked out.
Yeah.
She thinks this is what happened.
Yeah, I don't think she really knows. You know what I'm saying? So we seen her lie. She lied on Gail's show. You know what I'm saying? Admitted to that. And I believe she's gonna break down, cry, and issue an apology. But that ain't gonna stop Tory from owning her catalog and everything else she got.
It's gonna be 5-7 years from now. When everything kind of cools down, she's gonna do a sit down 60 minutes.
The hate Tory got for what they thought he allegedly did, she won't get half that hate for railroading that band for saying he did something he didn't do. That's the world we live in.
Right.
Ooh,
we have that blood boiling.
I'm ready for him to come home, man. I feel like all this inevitably protecting Black women. 2 almost cost him his life.
Yeah. And shout out to my boy Speedy, because my boy Speedy from Hard Time Hustle, that's his brother, and he really took this hard. You know what I'm saying? And he's still taking it hard. That's his brother. Like, he loved him to death. So shout out to my man Speedy. Yeah, you know, every step of the way, Speedy been there. That's why all that talking about the people turned on him, it wasn't gonna happen. You had too many people in place that was there with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some real people behind those walls that was making sure things was good. But, you know, when something high above you send a torpedo, you know, motherfuckers been employed the mailman. You know what I'm saying?
I get out the way.
You get what I'm saying?
I don't want to get into that, but a lot of people are saying it's Rock Nation, Rock Nation,
No,
Rock
I ain't got
Nation.
nothing to do with Rock Nation. Rock Nation don't give a fuck about no case study. You know, Rock Nation, all they gonna do is go into damage control for their client. You know, for Rock, if you find Rock Nation guilty, then I'm guilty for showing up the Blueface trials. That's what they're supposed to do. That's their client.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so they didn't do nothing that what they supposed to do, not show up to support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the LA County case. You know, they're saying Rock Nation got influence over the DA's office, and that's kind of a reach.
Now, first up, I appreciate you for coming through straight from Colombia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really wanted this interview to happen because, again, there's like so much misinformation that be going on the internet, and then people kind of like size us up for being the wrong people. And really, I really am just a good dude that be having. You know, I decided to open up a platform because I wanted to.
No,
sit
what
down
it
and
is,
talk
I
to
think
people.
you giving another perspective. You feel like it's 100 podcasts out there that's gonna ask the radical crazy shit.
Yeah,
so I think your approach is trying to get into the deeper emotional side of a situation when it comes to a person. It's probably your approach. So I get it. It's like that's your way of being different.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people it's a lot of traffic out there. So you like, it's my lane. You know, I can cross over there, but everybody's over there.
Yeah. Now, with somebody like yourself, you're such a polarizing figure. I'm sure that part of you, one of the things that I keep saying and I've always said is I would hate to actually be a celebrity. Like, I like the J-list celebrity I am at right now.
I don't consider myself, people
but they
tell
know
me
you
that,
all
but
over.
I don't move like that. I don't consider myself that. Like, people know, they be like, yeah, bro, he don't be on that. Like today, my wife said she wanted some fucking canes or whatever that shit, fries, right? So I go over there, I walk in, the whole kitchen looking at me. Oh, yeah, how y'all doing?
Yeah.
They said, are you Wack 100? And I'm like, yeah. Can we get a picture? I'm like, yeah, cool. They're like, yo, man, you cool as fuck. Where all your people at? I said, you know what you mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't forget Wack. None of my people. You got some real people over there behind me. That's some real individuals that come on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? That got real plugs and real reach, but we all move normal. Like, we don't let that get to our head because the people are saying you this or that. That ain't gonna blind us because we don't forget where we come from, and we know we can slip and be right back there.
Right. I mean, shit, you've been doing this for a long time.
You know what I'm saying?
Learn how to navigate.
Y'all remember when 600 was signed to Don King, and he was going back and forth with Don King getting out of shit. And for a year, right? He made one call. I got the call. That man right there at the time was negotiating a $300 million deal for Don King's catalog, fight catalog. Called him. He set out with Don King, and in 2 weeks we had to release. Wow. So you can have some real big fish in the room. You never know it would be because we cool. Like, we ain't never stepping in nothing, want you to feel litter in us. Because guess what? It's some things you know, some things you do that we don't know that we don't do. Right. So we want to figure those things out to see how we can plug those in to empower us even more. And then guess what? Now you gain access to the things that we've been doing.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
Another person I was a huge fan of is Drake, You're the Ruler.
Yeah, that's nephew. Good dude.
Do you feel like if you were there that night, when his life was taken, he would still be here?
Yeah, he'd have been alive. We waited for him. We waited for him. Like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. We waited for him. We was 100 deep in there, literally, and we waited for him. And we like, bro, like, nigga, I got the game here, bro. Game waited. we all waited. I said, yo, bro, Drake coming in. Let's make sure he get in and get out. And we're like, where he at? You think it was moving like he was motherfucking Jay-Z somebody. And Gang looking at me crazy. He said, Wack, we been waiting on this nigga an hour and a half. My nigga like, what we doing? So I figured like maybe the nigga just got a gut feeling wasn't gonna show up.
I used to spend over 12 hours a month on busy work, following up, client questionnaires, all of the things. HoneyBook manages everything: proposals and contracts, project management, and payments. HoneyBook AI is woven throughout the platform. It's giving me insights, it's taking notes, it's crafting emails for me. And since it already knows my business, it tackles the busy work so I don't have to. Start for free at honeybook.com.
So we rolled. By the time we got to the freeway, it happened that quick.
Damn.
That quick. Well, rest in peace, Drake. You're a good dude.
Drake, yo. Some of them great artists that be taken from us way too soon. Now, there's rumors of all people being involved in that. Do you feel like that was just like a personal issue?
No, I mean, he let it be known. You know, he was beefing with the streets. You know what I'm saying? My brother Pit Bull, FOINOI, Baby Crazy Yo from Harlem. And believe it or not, at one point in time, I had it set up for everybody to sit down and squash the beef. Drake Yo didn't want to squash it. Or it went to where it went to, you know what I mean? So, you know, he died standing on his feet the way he wanted to die standing on his feet. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do no running. He didn't do no retreating. You know what I'm saying? And those that ran and those that retreated, they got to deal with that. But he didn't run, he didn't retreat. You know, was it the smartest thing, the smartest decision? You know, all money ain't good money.
Yeah.
And if it was one of those type of situations, maybe he should have retracted from it. You know, I'll lose 10 battles to win the war.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How often do you deal with that, dealing with all these artists? Because we know that they're the most hard-headed son of a bitches out there.
We deal with it all the time.
Artists.
We deal with it all the time. You got to emphasize for them, and you got to make preparations for them. And it's to a point now that I feel like if we got to overdo something to be somewhere, then maybe we should be there.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere to entertain the people because the people going to be the one entertaining the district attorney with the video footage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about what you think. Oh, y'all didn't show up. That's cool. We still here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So if we look at the situation and the situation ain't favorable to us, or we going to make 200,000, but we might be facing 200 years, then, you know, maybe we shouldn't go.
Were you involved in the brawl that night with Drake Hill? There was rumored that.
No, we left. You talking about that night? Yeah, we definitely had a squabble. We had a little internal squabble backstage. It was only about like a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes.
Yeah. Right. Now, before we let you go, this is the real shit, right? Hey, as a father, daddy, as you call it, knowing that you're such a polarizing figure, does that make it a little bit difficult to raise them and show them the right way?
I don't lie to my kids. I let my kids everything I did that they shouldn't do. You know what I mean? They know who their dad is. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly who I am, and they know who not to be.
Does it take like, because this is my fear, right? I'm like, damn, the more and more I grow, the more and more I'd have to protect my children from the people outside, because there's everybody wants to take either a picture with them. And hopefully, I honestly, like, I really don't give a fuck. Hopefully I never get to that stage. You know what I'm saying? I'm nowhere near it now, but I would hate for them to always have to ask questions for daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like these paparazzi that
No, you
around.
keep your kids away from that. And usually they know to stay away from that. You know that your children, they're gonna move in the spaces that you teach them to move in. You know what I mean? So they should never be anywhere where they open to that type of approach anyway. You know what I'm saying? In the world we live in, everything got to be like, you got to look ahead of it. You know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when it comes to their school, the school should be protecting them from that. When it comes to the family members' homes they go to, you kind of know what they're dealing with. But, you know, it's going to come a time where they're going to venture out in the world. And at that point in time, you know, they know how to handle and carry themselves.
Are you, I guess I asked the question, right? The big question, Wack 100. Life is grand. Out of a 1 through 100, where do you see yourself at in that scale of life right now?
With my ambitions and goals and things being my business partners got going on, probably about 50. I'm hard on myself. You know, we got a lot of big things going on. A lot of big things going on. We opening up actually a club right here in Hollywood, Florida. That I was talking to Charleston because we got a comic stage, got a hookah bar, we got everything going on. My man Steve Marcano's the owner. So I was talking to the brother. I'm like, you know what? It might be a good thing to let y'all do y'all first, like to the public podcast on stage. You know, we do a lot of that on the, you know, because this is y'all area. You know what I'm saying? We set it up and do it right. You know what I'm saying? Make it come to life. You know what I mean? So we got that going on. We got Incredible Diapers going on. We got distribution happening overseas in Africa. We setting that up. We got 600. He's making moves back in boxing. You know, we got a lot of things going on. So I'm probably like batting 50%. You know, the race ain't over until you take that last breath. Then they calculate everything that you've done and didn't do. And then at that point, you know, then you judge.
Yeah. What does the 100 look like for you then?
The 100 looks like generational wealth is already established and it's pushing itself regardless. You know what I mean? We on some like the Kennedys. The Kennedys born rich because how they set up. Every bottle of gin that's sold, they get a cut of in the world.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm set up like that, or when I'm close to that, or I can hand the baton off to where the people behind me could get to that, then at that point, you know, but I'm still reaching, I'm still learning, you know, I'm still gaining, I'm still trying.
Yeah.
600. What's going on with you and Michael Hunter? Friend of the show.
I was supposed to fight Michael Hunter last month.
Yeah.
And he ran into a problem I ran into 5 years ago. He signed with Don King last year. Stop the fight.
Yeah. So stay away from Don King.
We might have something going, but they just ordered him to fight Fabio Warley in UK for WC Silver, I think. So that's going to be on hold. But that's definitely a fight I want, definitely a fight he wants.
You ready? You ready to get in that ring?
I'm ready.
Yeah, he didn't drop about 60 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Look healthy.
Come on.
Wack, I appreciate you greatly for coming through.
No,
I hope you got a different perspective of us to see this.
No, I understood. No, I understood. I was like, because you always got these lanes where you can go in, but you don't.
Yeah.
So this is really a safe space to build and be able to have an intellectual conversation, but a personal one and still be in a safe zone.
Yeah.
This is what this podcast represents. This is what the Danza Project is.
I appreciate
you know what I'm saying?
man.
Like, it's kind of like, this is the X-Files podcast. You never know what you might get, but you know you're going to get a solution to what you're talking about. That's what this is.
Word.
We'd like to get you up here more often.
Yeah, definitely. Today with Charleston. It's the vibe. You can't even, I can only go so far because it ain't that type of thing. It's like,
we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, it's like you didn't showed up to a black tie fair, you shooting dice in the corner. Just don't. That ain't what this is. You know what I'm saying? So this was probably the best place for us to do our thing at.
Yeah.
Word.
To start and at least.
Yeah, because you would have took us to a cage, it'd have been a fight.
Yeah.
A verbal
to
fight.
church.
You know what I'm saying?
We took you to church.
On the Sunday.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Check this out. But another thing, if y'all hit Miami, y'all make sure y'all go visit my brother E-Class spot, The Licking on South Beach. You got a few other ones, but The Licking got the bars live, The Licking, and make sure you tell them Wack 100 sent you. We out.
Yay.
Bow, bow, bow.
Wix, one platform, any website. Unlimited creation. Describe your needs and goals, and AI will transform your tailored brief into a unique website that's ready to perform in minutes. Customize it. Shape your visitor's experience down to the finest detail. Monitor, measure, and manage all your website's activity from one place. Personalized, customized, Wix.
boy, my bullies love Batman. Thanks, Mom.
For Haley? Mom, I work at a sub shop. I literally get paid to eat sandwiches all day.
But are any of your sandwiches at work rocket ships?
Whiz bang! Thanks.
Because my mind. Don't tell a person how to heal. Never tell a person how to heal. Don't tell a person how to heal. Never tell a person how to heal. Put you in my shoes real quick. Imagine all your kids in another state. It really put me in another state. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure they mothers hate. But please excuse me for my puzzle face. I got scars counting on me, but they gotta wait. Because my mind.